And we are
It looks like we're live. Great stuff, man. You got your mic over there working?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're good. I'm good. We are locked in, everybody. Welcome to the Patrick Carr Show. It is a great evening here in Florida. If you are joining us, we really do appreciate it. Everybody's going to be joining us live. We are going to be covering the election here tonight. Anthony and I stand late here at the office to review what we are going to see as an exciting election here in the state of Florida, and we are going to be covering it for you. Well, for the next 3 hours here, Anthony, it's me and you going live, answering questions that people have. We've got a lot of great stuff on the docket, everybody. Anthony's got both the state level and Orange County pulled up on the election side. Behind the scenes, we'll be periodically going to that, giving you live election results as they come in. I'll be explaining to you exactly how that works. You can follow everything right here. Tune back in. We'll give you live reaction. We'll hopefully give it to you before all the other news channels do, because we are following it exactly from the elections right now, from the county and from the state website as it comes in. Now, here's how it's going to work, everyone. Around 7 o'clock, we're going to start to get some results. They're going to come in a little bit after that. That's going to be your mail-in ballots. That's going to be all of your early voting. And looks like right now, about 2 million people, by last check, 2 million right now have already voted, about 1.15 million via mail-in ballot, and about 820,000 early voting. And the R's had it over the D's in that case by about 60,000. Not a big surprise, as there are definitely more registered Republicans than there are Democrats now in the state of Florida. So once we get that in, then once we get those mail-in and early votes in, then we're going to get what happened for today. That stuff will start to filter in for us. We were going to get a quick picture of what's happening in Central Florida. We are not going to get a lot of stuff from the state because many people don't realize the panhandle up there actually is in a different time zone. So their polls close, well, on Central Time, as opposed to just on Eastern Time. So that's why we're going to have a little bit of a delay right now in getting the statewide results, but we're going to have so much to talk about here in Central Florida. If you are joining us or you care about Central Florida, we appreciate it so very, very much, and we are going to be focusing on that. I've got my water here, so I'm not coughing, everybody, all night long, but I want to talk first. The big race right here is statewide is going to be for governor. There we go. Already started, man. We're just getting going. All right. Here's the deal, everyone. It's not really going to be that close of a race. But judging, if you look at the numbers. Last I looked about an hour ago, Kalshi had Byron Donalds a 98.4% chance to win. In other words, this thing really isn't close by the numbers. When I look at this, I want to look at not just who wins. I really do want to look at that second place position in the Republican primary. For a long time, we've kind of been wondering who has been in that second position. All the Fishback guys have been saying it's Fishback. People like me have been saying we need to unite around Jay Collins. And there's been other people in the beginning, especially after the PVD podcast, who are going Renner. And so I look at this not only as who wins this race, but also, how close are we getting when it comes to polling in this state? Is it becoming something where as a state, we don't know what's really going on? Or have we gotten this thing pretty much locked in? I'm going to be very interested to see the gap that we have between Donalds and the second place person. I'm also going to be very interested to see who that second place person even is. Obviously, for me, I went out, I voted for Jay Collins. I've been very clear about that on this show. However, if somebody's out there and you voted for Donalds, we're going to see if he wins. Fishback people, we understand why you love Fishback. So I think we're going to tell a lot here in the next hour, about the local elections, but just a little bit later on tonight, we're going to learn a lot. Byron Donalds is the clear favorite here in the Republican primary. And I think it is also very clear, Anthony, that whoever wins the Republican primary is going to be the next governor of Florida. Most likely that individual is going to go against David Jolly, a former Republican congressman turned Democrat. Some would call him a sellout. Others call him, a hero, if you want to look at it that way. He does have some of that crossover appeal, but I think it's very clear that citizens in Florida want to continue the prosperity that has happened under DeSantis, and therefore they're going to pick another Republican that's going to carry that on. Who that's going to be, we're going to find out in just a couple of hours. I do believe, if you look at the numbers, that it probably will end up being Byron Donalds. I don't understand it. I don't see who is voting for this guy. Even when I'm getting criticized online, Anthony, when I'm looking at this, I don't understand the people. Like, it's like few and far between who are like Donald's fans. I can understand why people like Fishback. I surely can with Renner, and I surely can with Jay Collins. I don't understand the people that are actually big fans of Byron Donalds. I just don't think there's a lot to be a big fan about. I think he has rode the wave of money and endorsements at a national level into name recognition more than anything. And if you look at the numbers right now, it looks like he is probably going to be the next governor of Florida. It disappoints me tremendously. I am obviously hoping for maybe one of the most massive underdog stories of all time, and Jay Collins to pull this one off. But miracles do happen, and we're going to be hoping for one on this show over the next couple of hours. What we are going to be focused on coming up here very quickly is two major races at the local level, and very different reasons why we're going to be focused on these. Everybody. The first and the most keynote one, as you know, we've been covering on this show, is the Orange County mayoral race. This is the marquee matchup that we are going to be covering. And I want everyone to understand one thing, that they're probably not going to get a winner tonight. We're probably going to get a runoff. Unless the individual gets 50% plus one, we are going to have a runoff of the top two, which means that we'll decide in November who that individual is. They're going to take office in December. I believe that's most likely what is going to happen. We really don't know who those top two are going to be. Folks, this is all up in the air right now. The last decent poll that was taken was back in March. And during that time back in March, I don't even believe those numbers. We've had so much movement, so much activity in Central Florida, especially with this show covering about Visit Orlando, the debates that we had. The movement should be extreme. And I think that what we're going to find is that we can't rely just strictly on the early votes that come in right away. I'm very interested to see how the numbers shift when we go from, let's say, the 7:15s into the time when we're actually counting today's votes. It is my personal opinion that what we're going to see is we're going to see Stephanie Murphy jump out to a bigger lead, and we're going to see Myra catch up when the day's votes come in. I think this is going to be a Stephanie Murphy and Myra Uribe runoff, in my opinion. I do believe that that's what's going to happen. And again, I think that Stephanie Murphy, with the money that she had put behind her, Stephanie Murphy, am I saying this right? All the names are getting confused to me. God almighty, yes. So many names we had to do. Stephanie Murphy, with the money that she had put behind her, I think you're going to see with the early votes, the mail-in ballots, that she's going to have higher return right then when we get those numbers. But I think as we get today's votes coming in, what you're going to find is Myra Uribe is going to be somebody that skyrockets up. That's just my personal opinion about how this is going to roll. So we'll see exactly how this goes down. Literally, we're talking over the next 30 minutes. We're going to have breaking news on this one. Now, again, if we want to run down those candidates, Myra Uribe, we're just talking about her. County Commissioner in District 3 since 2018. She's an Orange County native. A lot of experience. Obviously, one of the reasons that we have been a proponent of what she has done is that she is one of the few people that voted no against the budget for Visit Orlando. We have said before that we have been happy about that, and we have supported her in that. On the exact opposite side, you've got Stephanie Murphy. She's got the name recognition that so many of us know. She's also got the name recognition at a national level. But more than anything, she's got the money, everybody. Lord knows she has definitely been the one who has raised the most money from the hotels, and in my opinion, is the biggest proponent of things like Visit Orlando. Tiffany Moore Russell has been the clerk of court since 2014. She is an attorney. She's a former commissioner, the youngest one ever back in 2006. I don't know, just a career politician, in my opinion. And then you've got Chris Messina, a tech entrepreneur guy, a Republican, a conservative, a wonderful individual who has been on this show. I believe that has the best ideas for Orlando. However, though, one of the things is I think he really struggled in the debate to get his point across to Orlando and to Orange County residents. So I really believe that he may have a chance if the other ones just kind of eat away at their own votes. And what we may see is that a Chris Messina sneaks in there at number 2. I would be very concerned about this because I just don't think a conservative Republican has a chance to win this year in that seat. So if we get a split on the vote at the second place and Chris Messina slides into number 2, I'm very concerned about the opportunity that Chris could have to actually win the election. I do believe we need 2 Democrats in there if we're going to have a chance. And in my opinion, the best chance and the best opportunity for Orange County right now is Myra Uribe. I do hope, listen, I'm pulling for Chris, Anthony. I'm pulling that Chris is able to move his way in there. I just am looking for who actually can win the race. And that to me is why I believe that Myra Uribe has the best opportunity, not only to win, but to do the best job for Orange County. That doesn't mean I agree with everything she's done. It doesn't mean I excuse everything she's ever done in her past for all time. It means that when I look at the race and I look at the future of Orange County, I believe she has the best opportunity to win, and I believe she's got the best opportunity to carry us forward if there is going to be a runoff election. All right? It's a four-year term, all right? 2 terms. So, I mean, this is a 2-term limit. Why we don't have a term limits on the Orlando mayor is beyond me. But there is a term limit on the Orange County side. Can we all agree on this? Like, can we just put term limits on the Orlando mayor? Why somebody gets a chance to be in office for 20 plus years in Orlando is beyond me, but they figured out a way at the county level to be able to term limit people. This is going to be hopefully a very close race, but again, don't expect a winner tonight in the Orlando or in the Orange County mayoral race. We're not looking for that. What we're looking for is the top 2. Top 2 are going to a runoff, everybody. Everybody understand? So if you want to see this, if you want to see why I'm either going to be happy or I'm going to be, when this thing comes out, what we need here is we need a Myra Uribe or we need a Chris Messina inside of this top 2.
I have
what do you got?
I have the poll up to see who's voting for Orange County mayor. It's only working on, for some reason, Facebook, but I saw someone on Instagram posted for Myra Uribe. So we got 1 vote for Myra.
Hey, Myra's there we go. She's off to a start. It's 1.
Ooh, 2 for Myra. So
there we go. So, I mean, listen, here's my thought about it, because we're going to be coming up here in the next 10 minutes and hopefully starting to get some stuff in the door. I know, Anthony, you're going to be monitoring, if you can, monitor the election results that are coming in from Orange County. I really want to keep a close eye on that. People have told me, Patrick, who are you supporting? Here's what I'm telling y'all right now. What I want to see in the top 2 here in the next 20 minutes as this stuff is developing is I want to see Myra Uribe and I want to see Chris Messina. Those 2 individuals are going to give us the best opportunity in Orange County for prosperity and a path forward. Period. Hard stop for me. Now, I understand that there are going to be people who disagree. We can disagree with each other in a democracy. But we can also talk about the fact that nobody is perfect. I'm fully aware of what everyone believes or what they tell me about Myra Uribe and the mistake that she's made. We all have made mistakes in life. Let's put a magnifying glass over your life. I think we all can agree. Just like people told me about my vote for Jay Collins. Hey, listen, Patrick, if you're going to vote for him, do you know this? Listen, there are 1,000 things about everybody you could figure out and you could tell me. I look at the character of a person. I look for who I think is going to be the best leader. And in my opinion, those 2 individuals have the best opportunity of leading Orange County. Are they the greatest candidates of all time? Of course not. All right. I mean, let's be honest, folks. All right. Are there any candidates out there that you've ever looked at like, yes, this person is the best candidate. I can't believe we couldn't find anyone better in America. Of course. All right. There's going to be things that we don't agree with every candidate that's out there. There are going to be things that happened in their past. Lord help me. Gosh, Anthony, if I ever run for office, the things that people will find in my past, Lord, it would be bad. All right. So let's not quick to judge on somebody's past or what you read in a headline, but rather what do we feel is going to be the best choice for Orange County? And it is my opinion that those 2 individuals, one of them getting into this runoff, is the best thing that can happen for the future of Central Florida. All right. Next thing that we're going to be watching here closely. All right. We've got a key race in the clerk of court. This is going to be the person handling all the sensitive documents within Orange County. This one right here is going to be very interesting. You've got Tiffany Moore Russell. She has resigned effective August the 31st. As we know, she is running for mayor. You really have two people in this race right here. Rick Singh, who is a part of the show. He's the former Orange County property appraiser. And then you've got Roberta Walton Johnson. She's right now the general counsel for the clerk of court office. She's been there a while. She definitely does have the tenure and the understanding of the office. Obviously, Rick Singh, in my opinion, has more of the name recognition throughout Central Florida. In my opinion, Rick Singh will take this by written name recognition alone. I am happy that he will. I think we're going to see Rick Singh as the next clerk of court in Orange County. This is the Democratic primary, okay? But I think that Rick Singh is going to come out victorious in this one. Again, so many of these local level primaries come down to name recognition. And whether you like Rick Singh or whether you like Roberta Walton Johnson, I believe that Rick Singh is going to be the one with greater name recognition, which is why he's more likely to win in this primary. Coming up here, we're going to get results here very shortly. Things are going to start to come in. And then probably the race that more people are watching, I don't know, maybe the number 2 outside of Orange County mayor here in Central Florida. Everybody is talking about it. It's the school board chair. Everyone is talking about this one, Anthony, and it is going to be decided tonight. This is a nonpartisan seat, all right? And it is going to be decided actually by voters. Every other place, it seems like in the state, it's not decided by voters, but in Orange County, it is. And in my opinion, this race right here, you've got Angie, you've got Alicia. One of them is sitting on the district school board or sitting district 1 board member and the sitting district 3 board member. It was an ugly race, but I want to focus on this. Here's what I want everyone to know. All right. What this is actually going to test for me is how much pull do local Democrats leftists have in persuading a local election? How much pull do they got? If Gallo is able to pull this out, people like Congressman Frost, all right, Anna Eskamani, people like that who are local level politicians are proving they got some weight, all right? If she's not, what it really shows me is that these individuals at the local level, they ain't got that much pull. Because right now, if Gallo pulls this out, in my opinion, given the fact that we've got more of a large Republican base now inside of Florida, I think she's going to be very, very difficult for her to do it. She's got a lot of the local backing from Democrats, and therefore, if she's able to get it done, I think it's a real testament to local level Congressman Frost, Anna Eskamani types, these people that are at the local level of the Democratic Party, being able to get people out to vote for individuals. Now, I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. I think it's going to be an extremely close race. I think that I can never pronounce her name right. I can never pronounce it right. Ferrant, I can never do it right. Anyways, Alicia is going to end up being the winner of this race right here. But those 3 races, Orange County School Board, Orange County Clerk of Court, Orange County Mayor, that is what we are looking for coming up number 1 right now. That is where we are focused here as we go into the 7 o'clock hour, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about when it comes to the state of Florida, but that's not going to come for a little bit of time here. Right now, we are focused on Central Florida and Orange County, and as soon as we're able to get those results, I know Anthony's going back and forth, we're going to get those. Polls will close at 7. Shortly thereafter, we're going to get the early votes and mail-in votes that are going to come in, and the picture is going to start to take form quickly. Now, it doesn't mean that it's everything right when it comes out, but we're going to get a lot of information here probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes, and we're very excited to see where that turns out. Anthony, I'll tell you what, I am very nervous about this Orange County mayor race. I look at this and I think that I don't think individuals understand just how much is hinging on this mayoral race, especially when you're considering TDT money. Everybody out there, when you're thinking about TDT, this should be the race that you're paying attention to. All those hundreds of millions of dollars. This right here is the race that you want to watch. We have just polar opposites running in this race about what they actually would do with this money. What Stephanie Murphy would do versus what Myra Uribe would do are complete opposites. And I'll tell you, this is going to shape perhaps the next 8 years of where Orange County goes. And if we get somebody in there who is okay with sending more money and renewing more contracts with the likes of Visit Orlando, like in my opinion, a Stephanie Murphy will do, you can write off this city. All right. And when I talk about city, I mean the city of Orlando, which as Orlando goes, so does Orange County, everybody. Let's not pretend that Orange County is more than the city of Orlando. As one goes, so does the other. And so I'm really excited about the opportunity to have Myra Uribe step in there or a Chris Messina and get accountability for the money that is coming out of Orange County. And as an Orange County resident, I care deeply about this because I want to see a thriving Orange County right now. We're going to have to see how this turns out. We are very close to getting our first election results coming in here, and I'm excited to see what exactly we're going to bring. I think we're going to see a Myra Uribe, Stephanie Murphy runoff. I think you're going to see Rick Singh pull it out, and I think you're going to see Alicia. I can never pronounce it. Ferrant. Can you give me that again?
What is it? Let me look.
Because I can never pronounce her name correctly, but I believe that she's going to pull it out as more of the conservative right there down for the Orange County School Board chair. Now, that race right there is going to be neck tight. That's going to be the winner is going to be coming out tonight. It's going to be very tight in who wins that one. So looking forward to it. We got some other ones that are going to be coming out. Obviously, Orange County Commission District 8. That's a new seat that has been opened up. District 7, Orange County District 2, over there with Apopka and Ocoee. So there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up just around the corner. Why is the school board thing such a big deal? Because Orange County, everyone, has been up and down, depending on who you ask. Some people would say that the county has graded very well in terms of the state. Others have said that it's fallen behind. In fact, you've got, a lot of people who say, wow, they're closing the doors for so many of these schools. I think we had 7 Orange County schools that closed their doors. And so this position is extremely important. The budget, let's see here. I mean, for this, I can't remember what it was. It was in a crazy budget. I have to look for that one for the school board of Orange County. And I think that this is going to tell a lot. And it's not just about the actual school board chair themselves, but it actually is going to be about the way that local politicians can influence an election like this. And I can't go back to it enough. I believe that if you see a Gallo win right here, it's going to say a lot about the Democratic primary or the Democratic Party and their ability to sway these close elections and get out the voters. I'm not sure if we're going to see that. I do believe she's going to lose, but it's going to be this one's going to be very close, in my opinion. Anthony, got anything over there?
No, I think you're hitting it. Spot on.
Are you watching what we got coming on? We got coming up on 7:00. The polls are about to close right now, and we'll get a clear picture of what is going on shortly thereafter. We're refreshing the screen up there right now so that we can get the live election results as they come in. We're going to be focused again on Orange County. That's going to be where the primary is going to focus on for the first half of this show. And then we can turn our attention as the polls close in the Panhandle over to what is going on in more of the state level races with things like the governor, things like, what's it called? Oh, what's his name? The attorney general. Come on, Patrick. Can I get it right? We got the governor race and then attorney general. Yeah. Other race that we haven't talked about is the Democratic primary for the U.S. Senate. This is another one that is, again, very interesting to me. You've got, not because of what I think is going to happen. I think that Angie Nixon is going to lose, all right? But she was outspent 16-1 and ran a very grassroots effort. Less than $1 million, I want to say, she raised. I want to see how close she can get. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, everybody, but really, if she can get close, if Angie Nixon gets close to Alexander Vidman, she should consider it a win. All right. She was outspent 16-1. She had no big money donors. She was doing this thing from basically a cell phone with her videos and a grassroots effort from all across the state. And actually, I think if she gets pretty close, She should consider it a win for her. She just got outspent. She did not have enough to throw around here to be able to beat someone like Vidman, who's got the name recognition and surely has the money behind him, especially considering the fact that he was so adamantly against Trump. But I really think that Angie Nixon, in my side, has run a very, very good, strong campaign. I thought she's done a lot of great stuff on social media, has been very engaging in her speeches. I think she's got a future in politics. So I think she's only 41 or 42 years old. She's young, well-spoken, and although I disagree with her on practically everything that she says, I think she's got a bright future right now in politics. Whoever wins that race between Vidman and Nixon, they're going to go against, well, Moody. And let's be very honest, everybody. I think that Moody's going to pull this one out. She's going to have the endorsement of whoever the governor is going to be. She's going to have the Donald Trump endorsement. And in Florida, it has become a red state. So either Vidman or Nixon is going to have a very uphill battle in who they're going to go against in this primary, or I'm sorry, in the general election. But I'll tell you, shout out to Angie Nixon. Again, not a fan of her work, what she's actually stands for. I don't think that what she would do would help this state. However, I can also appreciate the fact that she's run a very good campaign. I saw this one video, in fact, Anthony, Angie Nixon, a good example. She was out there like changing her tire on the side of the road. Okay. And it showed a lot. Like, is that stuff kind of cheesy? Does it kind of go along with kind of you're running for politics? Yeah, it does. But one of the things I noticed is she wasn't changing the tire on a brand new BMW. She was changing on your average car. And I think people like to see that. Too many people are tired of all the money that's within politics when they look at these politicians and they see millions of dollars being poured into their campaigns. They sit there and they go, something's not right here. And I think that when people look at an Angie Nixon, they go, you know what? That's one of us. It might not be somebody I agree with everything that she says, but damn, I can get behind the fact that she's doing a grassroots effort and she's out there with less than $1 million raised and trying to win herself an opportunity to be in the U.S. Senate. Again, though, I think it was something like $16 million that Vidman, he's an Army veteran, he's a whistleblower against Trump. We all know about that. But 16 million compared to, I think it was 975,000 for Nixon. The kind of uphill battle that she has had to run in this case is tough, because people, when it comes to these elections, money is everything. Money gives you the opportunity to travel. Money gives you the opportunity to advertise. It gives you all of that. And so when I look at this right now, I got to tell you that I really hope, because, like, I don't know, I guess I kind of like Angie Nixon. Is that weird? Like, as a person, I think she's kind of a cool person. Policy, I can't disagree with her more, Anthony. But if you go watch her, she's got this young vibe energy to her. I can get why Democrats and liberals get behind her. Again, not my cup of tea when it comes to policy, but it's hard to deny that the woman has some she's got some charisma and stuff to her. The other person that I will say this, Tiffany Moore Russell had the same exact thing during the debate. I don't agree with anything that Tiffany Moore Russell says, but I will say this, she definitely has some charisma to her. And during that debate, she spoke well, right? She had a lot of confidence, nice, bright smile. Like, there was something about that was very inviting. She looked like a politician up there on stage that had a lot of experience. And so with Tiffany Moore Russell, I could see the same thing. Angie Nixon has that as well in the Democratic Party. And for Republicans, it's the typical stuff. I mean, you see it right now in the mayoral race. I mean, as much as I love Chris Messina, and I really do love his policy, and I love the fact of what he's done and what he's trying to do, is bring industry into Central Florida. He just was not reaching, in my opinion, the right type of voter in order to push him over. Excuse me, everybody. A lot of talking. Push him over the edge. We could definitely get, the Republican Party could, some pointers from the likes of Angie Nixon and others who would just bring so much excitement into the race.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with I like Messina, like, as a person and everything, but I feel like I was a little disappointed with how he was during that debate. I feel like kind of just fumbled a lot of the questions, but think I just need a little bit more practice on that. But
Yeah.
overall, I'm really into like Myra. It's my vote, and then like if it wasn't for Myra, I'd probably vote for Messina just because I like his views for a lot of the things. But I just wish he just handled it a little bit better with some of the debates.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was tough. The debates were tough on Messina. Sorry, everybody. I'm doing a lot of talking today. I've been doing this since what?
Yeah,
Talking
since
7 a.m.
11 a.m. Oh yeah.
So forgive me, everybody. Yeah, we did that, and I was talking to clients before that. But I think you're right when it comes to Messina, is that it was the debate is tough. And here's the reason why. Messina's a smart man, and he understands that trying to get an answer into 60 seconds is impossible. And so what he's trying to do is actually give details about a plan. And I think what happened during that debate, what I saw was somebody who was trying to do the right thing by voters and give them an idea of what to expect. But because he's trying to give like an actual plan, it comes across a little bit like word salad. Because he actually cares. It's not rehearsed with him. He's trying to actually give you an idea of how he can succeed. And he's trying to do that in a span of 60 seconds, which is difficult. And I don't think he did himself any favors during that debate. But right now, he is the only conservative that is in the race to be Orange County mayor. And so my vote right now and my hope is that we're going to get either him or we're going to get Uribe into the top two. That's what Orange County needs. It is what I am watching right now. It is what I care about. So if you don't give a crap about Orange County mayor, you're probably not going to like the next 30 minutes of this show. And the reason is because so goes Orange County, so goes Central Florida, everybody. All right. What do we got here? Anything yet?
Nothing yet.
We got nothing yet. All right. We're waiting. We are waiting right now. All right. It is 7:08 as we film this right now. We're waiting right now to get those to get the early votes back. Everything early, mail in. Waiting on that right now from Orange County. It's a big moment right now. And for this show, we've been covering a lot of Central Florida politics, and I want to see how close were we, Anthony? You know, I really believe that I got an idea of who Orlando and who Orange County wants and what the kind of change they want, at least from what people are telling us. And we're going to find out real quick here in the next 10 minutes, probably, how Orange County is feeling about leadership and where they want to take this county. It's going to be tough. I think you got to put Stephanie Murphy in there in the number 1 or number 2 spot just by name recognition alone and the amount of money that she has behind her. I expect that she knows that. It's why she's been holding back right now on using all of that money that she has. I think that you're going to see a big Stephanie Murphy push, depending on what you see happen here. She knows she's going to have a runoff. She's been holding it back, and I think that everybody knows she's going to be one of those 1 or 2 spots. It would be a massive, upset if Stephanie Murphy is not in either that number 1 or number 2 spot when we get those election results here shortly. So 3 things we're going to be watching over the next 10 minutes, everybody. If you're just joining us right now, we are doing live election coverage. We are watching it right now on your screen. We got that up there, Anthony?
I can pull it up.
So this is what we're at right now. We are watching Florida Election Watch. Let's go to the other one. That's going to be Orange County. Remove that one. We'll add the one from Orange. There we go. So this is where we're at right now. We are waiting for those election night results to come in from voteorangefl.gov. We are watching it right here, refreshing the screen, waiting to see what is going to happen as we get those live results in here shortly after 7 p.m. As I mentioned, we are watching 3 different results to come in right here. We're watching Orange County Mayor, Clerk of Court, and the contested Orange County School Board Chair. Want to know from you, if you're watching us live right now, please let us know, who did you vote for? Who do you want to see win, if nothing else, this Orange County mayoral race, which is going to be announced here very closely or very soon. I'm very excited to hear what everyone's got to say. who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to be in the top 2? That's really what matters here. Because if somebody pulls off an outright win in this Orange County mayoral race, I will be shocked. Because, again, you got to get 50% if you don't want to see this thing go to a runoff. And, boy, do I ever want a runoff, all right? I don't just want it personally, Anthony. I want it for this show because the next couple of months would sure as heck be entertaining. And this is going to be an interesting one right here, everybody.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of votes for Myra, but haven't really seen too many for Messina, or Stephanie, or Tiffany in the last 20 minutes. Haven't seen too many votes for the other side, but a lot for Myra.
A lot for Myra. All right. I think that's because, people in our audience had a chance to see Myra. Sorry, folks. I pinched a nerve. Had a chance to see Myra, of course, on our show. Cracking open a Bang Energy, everybody. Let's lemon lime pop drop. Sponsored by, well, we're not sponsored by Bang, but we're sure we would like to be. How we doing over there, Anthony?
Doing pretty good. Let me double check. Got nothing yet.
Whoa, here we go. Whoa, back
wait,
there.
wait.
Go back. There we go. That's what we need.
Wait, this one?
Yep.
Let's see.
All right, everybody. Here we go.
Hang on. Let me add this onto the stage right now.
I'm pulling up on my end as well over here. Let's go ahead and refresh on my end so I can follow along.
Did it pop? Oh, hang on. Remove that one. And stop sharing.
All right, everybody. So what we're going to find right here once Anthony brings that up right now, the Orange County one right there. Nope.
Oh, no, this one.
There we go. You're fine right there. So here's what you're looking at, everyone. To look at the top right, Anthony. Election day, okay? Not reported yet. Early votes, completely reported. Vote by mail, partially reported. Let's move down. No big surprises right there at the very top. Everybody expected Ashley Moody to carry this thing, and boy, has she ever. We're going to move our way through this, all right? Moving our way down. District 11. Whoa, closer than what we thought it was going to be. Man, everybody, District 11, Strata, despite spending a lot of money, barely pulling this thing off. This is going to get interesting, District 11. I love watching this one, Anthony. Keep in mind, everybody, we only have early votes counted. No election day has been reported. Very interested. Tim Wilkins showing up. Tim is right in the race right now, everybody. I know that people are going to say, well, what about, listen, Pat, there's only 12,419 votes. Hold on, everyone. This district right here votes on election day. I'm really interested to see this one. Let's see how this one shapes out. Strata has poured a lot of money into this district. Very interesting one as we get this one, as it can continue to go right here. All right. Well, there we go. Would you look at this, everyone? We have got the votes coming in right here. Governor and Lieutenant Governor right now. Jay Collins, Byron Donalds is a clear favorite right now. But what do you see right there, Anthony, as you go down right there? Who's number 2?
Jay Collins.
Interesting, everybody. I'll come right back to that very quickly. Don't you worry, all my fishback people that have been giving me all right. This one right here, the CFO of Florida, this one is a tough one right here for me to see. Frank Coolidge, I've been a fan of him for a while. I was hoping he was going to be able to pull this one out. I don't see that happening, probably a little bit too far back. Okay, no big surprise there with Simpson. Agriculture. Okay, we're moving our way down. District, okay. Democratic, let's see here. Jolly, no big surprises. He's coming out with a big lead right now. So you've got Jolly on the Democratic side. And then, of course, you've got Byron Donalds over on the Republican side. So no big surprises coming right there. It's going to be a Jolly versus Donalds runoff there for the next governor of Florida. All right, now, interesting. We move our way down right there. We're now at the Democratic Clerk of Court, everybody. Clerk of Court, we have a big lead for Roberta Walton Johnson. Rick Singh has fallen behind here as we look at what exactly has been reported for early voting. Again, this is early voting in mail-ins right now. You can see up there. Go to the yep right there. You can see right there 0 of 263 that right now have reported. Okay, so we're looking at early voting, but right now Roberta Walton Johnson has a commanding lead right now. We got to call it like we see it. We may not like it, but that's the way that it is, everybody. I'm going to skip over a lot of the judges here, Anthony, because frankly, I don't know enough. And we're getting down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, we got ourselves a race, Anthony. We have got ourselves a race. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. Woo. Man. This is I gotta say, looking at this is worst case scenario. This is worst case scenario for this show. This is worst case scenario, in my opinion, for Orange County. Judging by just early votes and judging by mail-in right now, worst case scenario that we could ask for, Anthony.
Yeah.
This is bad. All right. Folks, if you're not see the screen, if you're watching us, you're listening to us, coming out of the lead right now, Tiffany Moore Russell is polling number 1 right now to be the next county mayor. Number 2 is Stephanie Murphy. This will show we've got Chris Messina at number 3 and Myra Uribe right now at number 4, polling at 14.3. 104,000 votes have been counted right now, everybody. And what I look at right now is you've got a pretty commanding lead for both Tiffany and for Stephanie right now. The only opportunity we have is Chris Messina right now to slide in to that number 2 spot, unless things dramatically change as we get precincts day of reporting. This right here is extremely disappointing to me. This right here is not good. There's just no other way to put it. Like, you have to call it like you see it. I'll rejoice when it's time to be happy, and I'll tell you when it's not good when it's not good. And for those people right now, I'm going to tell you, this is bad.
Not great.
No, this one is not great for Orange County. Look at the race right here, man. School board chair. Get me down to school board chair right there. Gallo with a commanding lead. All right. Commanding, everybody. This was supposed to be a close race. Now, listen, we haven't seen what's come back yet from day of. We all know that, right? But this one again, I mean, not good, in my opinion. But this is what I would, listen, I said this before. I would give credit where it's due. The likes of the Frost and Escamanis and the people on the ground. When I see results like this, it tells me that they would have an opportunity right there. Like they're doing some work. They have some pull when it comes to actually getting people out to vote. And so Gallo takes a very big lead to begin this entire thing with. And now we just have to wait for these results of the precincts to start coming in. When I first came across the county mayor, I thought, like, wow, I saw a close race right here. And it's, when I look at it, Anthony, I have to admit, I looked at it. I see all the number. I've seen the bar graph like you are. Then I'm hoping that as I look over to my left, I'm going to see a name that I really think is going to represent the city or in the county well, and I don't. And I'm right now, what we have got to hope for is that we've got a big pool coming in with day of voting, and we're going to see a change right here. Listen, miracles can happen. We can see something come from behind. I don't think that is going to be the case here. But as it sits right now, you have Tiffany Moore Russell in first place. Now, nobody is coming close right now to getting that 50%. So we will have a runoff. Gosh, what are we doing? Oof. God almighty. Keep it right there if you can for me, Anthony. It's a tough one. Like, there's just no other way around it. What I'm hoping is that day of voting, we're gonna get some votes here where we need them. Tiffany Moore Russell has run a great campaign, a great ground campaign. She obviously has the name recognition inside of the county. As we've said before, the youngest commissioner dating back to 2006. So people definitely know the name. As far as what she's going to do for the county, we're going to get a lot more of exactly the same thing. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get exactly, the thing about democracy is you get what you vote for, good and hard. All right, as the saying goes. We are still in this running. We still got to wait for the vote for what's going to happen. But as of right now, I am saddened, worried about what Orange County is going to look like if we have a runoff here between these two, a Tiffany Moore Russell and Stephanie Murphy. I'll tell you, Anthony, if people want to know what could get me out to go run for something, this is what would get me out right here. These two. All right. Wow.
Yeah. Let me go back up to
take a look.
To governor.
Show me what we got.
Just because a couple people wanted to see what it is right now.
If you want to refresh the page for him, Anthony, just to make sure. Just refresh that for him. All right, we still got no one reporting on election day right now. So everybody, these are your early votes. Let's bring it down and let's run through it there. I mean, I like your detailed view better. Can we go detailed?
So this one?
Yeah. Go that one. Yeah, no, the one with the bar. Yeah, the bar graph. I like that a little better. Easy, cleaner. Wow. Okay, man. I mean, listen, I don't want to say it, but I mean, I'll take my victory lap on this one. All you fishback people, shut up. All right. Oh, man, he's the only clear number two. Really? The only clear number two? I mean, gosh, Renner is pulling ahead of Fishback. I mean, it's just crazy to me. People have been on to me about that one. I was right on that one. All right. I knew, listen, did I believe that he was a front runner? Of course not. But Jay Collins has been the clear number two for a while. And I believe that he's even going to be a clearer number two as election day results come in here. I'm telling you what, it's a better number two than I thought he was going to be. Byron Donalds didn't just run away, I mean, with the entire thing. I mean, double that. What am I talking about? He doubled them up. But you know what? Hey, not bad.
He more than doubled him up, too.
Now, listen, this isn't the state, everybody. We know that, right? This is Orange County. But I'm going to take it a little bit. I mean, people sit here and go, Fishback, Fishback, Fishback. I'll take it right now and go, everybody, I think it's clear from Orange County's perspective who the number two guy was. And I think that Jay Collins is probably going to make up some more room when we get these election results from today. This is only the early stuff, and I think you're probably going to see him close the gap by maybe 5 or 6 points as we get day of election results coming in here. We should have those shortly in the next 15 minutes or so, folks. Let's go back down, though, as we get this, Anthony. Let's refresh that and see what we got. I want to see what's coming in. Not reported. We have 0 of 263 precincts that have reported as of right now. 13%, that's a voter turnout right there. We'll see how that ends up being by the end of this thing. Let's go down. Let's go precinct results on that one, Anthony, at the top. Right there. Can you select that? There we go, County Mayor. Yep, okay. We're just running through the precincts right now, everybody. That's what we're looking at right now. We're going precinct by precinct to see what they have gotten total. Very interesting.
I was gonna say Messina's been ahead for a couple of them.
Yeah, Chris Messina has really done well in a number of these districts. I have to admit, I'm fairly surprised.
Oh, I just realized that list is.
Yeah, it's long. It's extremely long. But I mean, what I'm looking at here is wow. I mean, there's a lot of stuff right there from Chris Messina. That have honestly, he has a great turnout.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna see it. We're gonna get those results here shortly. I'm doing a refresh on my screen as it is right now, and we'll see what's gonna happen. No election day, early votes completed, vote in by mail, partially reported, everybody. And so again, when I look at this, everyone, no big surprises. Keep in mind when we're talking about stuff that's at the state level or like the Ashley Moody stuff, this is Orange County. All right. I'm sorry, Orange County. Yeah. So keep this in mind. That's what we're looking at here. So we're waiting for the precincts to come in here. This one right here is very interesting to me when we go down to the mayor side. I kind of want to screenshot this one, Anthony, because I want to see if we go down here. I'm going to screenshot this. What does it look like once the today election day results come in?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm going to be looking for right now. Going up here right now. I'm going to screenshot this one because I want to see who closes the gap. Because I think a lot of people probably voted by mail and early vote based on name alone. A lot of people, though, are like me. They wait until they get all of the picture. I never want like a surprise the week before where I go and I vote for a candidate. Then I find out that like they're arrested for something. Like I always want to vote right when I need to vote. All right. I'm going to go up here to take a look at this one. Let's go down. I got to find it again. Luckily Anthony's doing it on his page here. Roberta Walton Johnson is a commanding lead over Rick Singh. Commanding. I'm going to print screen that one. I'll get the time in on that. 7:30.
Yeah, it says it's the last update was 7/11. So I'm double checking to see when
good deal.
New update.
Sad, man. This one is a sad one for me. You know, I tell you, folks, Orange County, we all know it has not been going well. And anytime you have something like a county race, a $9 billion budget, you have an opportunity to vote for something different. You have an opportunity to try to change the way that things are done. If what we're going to receive is a Tiffany Moore Russell or Stephanie Murphy and a runoff on this, we're going to get a lot more of the same. A lot more. And I don't think that too many people, and I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe people think Orange County is going well, but not me. What do you got?
I was going to say I have a poll up to see what people think about Orlando, if they want to change, if they want more of the same. And it feels like a lot of people want more of the same right now. If they don't want.
Yeah. I just don't, I don't think that people understand $9 billion this person is going to lead our county for. $9 billion. Imagine that company. If you were looking at a CEO of a $9 billion company. Now, do they make every decision? No. You've got departments, you've got managers, you've got people that are going to execute for them. But a $9 billion budget is what this person oversees. Man, this one's tough. This one is tough.
Yeah, maybe hopefully soon. I mean, maybe a lot more people voted. We'll get more because this is all just the mail-in ballots, right? Nothing
early voting mail-in.
Hmm.
Yep. So it's not everything. Obviously, they haven't counted today's votes. But But the way that it looks right now, Chris Messina looks to have an opportunity to slide into the number 2 spot. Right now, I'm pulling heavy for. I'm pulling heavy for Chris right now. We need a number 1 and we need a number 2 that we can go for here. Spending the next couple of months talking about who's going to be the worst of the worst between Stephanie Murphy and Tiffany Moore Russell is not something I plan on doing. Gosh. I'm just so tired of these career politician people. I look at someone like, have you ever run anything? You ever done anything in your life besides politics? Like these people, they just are career politicians, fundraisers. That's all they are, Anthony. And that's what frustrates me. Like, even if you like the person, can we get people that have actually done something in business? And I'll give it to Chris Messina. At least the man has. I don't know if he's going to be able to slide into number 2 here, but I got to think that as just citizens of Orange County, don't we want someone who's like had to worry about making payroll? Somebody that's actually had to work a budget, think about taxes, govern people, had to like cover a shift. I don't know. Is that so much to ask for, in my opinion? But instead, what we're getting is more career politicians and fundraisers. And that's what upsets me about this. And people will criticize me and say, well, you know what? You were saying Myra Uribe or Chris Messina. Well, Myra falls into that. Maybe. Listen, I can take criticism. You're right. There's probably a point to be had about that. But damn, man. Like when you look at how things are going right now we have another scenario, Anthony, where we're going to get perhaps another career politician into this entire thing. That's scary to me, man. Like all we want to see is like Orlando and Orange County get better, not schools closing, not people fleeing out of the county in droves. And yet here we are. God, Tiffany Moore Russell. Lord. This is how we looking on this side.
Still no updates. Still from 7-11.
They're counting the votes right now, everybody. They are counting the votes. Zion is absolutely right. I mean, it's always going to go blue, okay? We know that. I agree with you. It's blue across the board. It would take a candidate that would step in and probably run as an I, right? I mean, I think we can all agree, like as an I and an independent out there to be able to do something about the blue in Orange County. But Anthony, I'm going to tell you right now, if you wanted to know what could get me to run in a city race, it's watching this crap right here. That's what we should have done a poll of.
I could do one right now.
I'd do it.
Ugh.
What do you think? Orange County, Orlando mayor?
Would you run?
Would I run? Should I run?
Someone's put in the comments, why not run for mayor?
Put it as a poll. Put it as a poll.
I got you.
Well, let's just see here. Maybe 3. Should I run? Should I do it? Orlando. Here we go. Let's just talk about it. Let's just throw it out there. Me running for mayor. Orlando. What do you think? Orange County. What do we think? I'm watching these results coming in. Now, listen, we have 0 of 263 precincts that have reported in. 0 that we're seeing here. We don't have results right now. But the initial results got me so pissed off. I want to ask, what about it? Orlando mayor. What if I got in there and shook things up a little bit? You think anybody who's running for mayor right now wants me on this mic every single day talking about who's running for mayor? I don't think so. This is the kind of stuff, though, that gets me pissed off enough. I'm just asking the question, Anthony. That's what I want to know. Huh. Should I run? Nuss, no, or keep the show. I mean, it's so, to watch this makes me want to go just John Dutton this thing. All right. Like, for those of you who don't get it, that's a Yellowstone reference. All right. Where the guy walks down the stairs and he's like, basically, I'm the wall that progress bashes against. And when I think about Orlando and Orange County, when I see this crap right here, I think to myself, what if I became that wall this mother want to bash against? And I'm just asking the question. I mean, if Patrick Carr was to announce and say, hey, listen, I'll run for Orlando mayor, and then let's really shake this thing up. Let's really hold people accountable. Can you think about that, Anthony? Think about me running for mayor of Orlando, the people that are running right now. I mean, can you see that crap they have? Can you imagine the videos I'm putting out if we're running for Orlando mayor? Can you imagine the accountability that I would have? You've seen me in this office, what kind of accountability I have with employees. All right. Can you imagine me? I can. Whew. Tell you what, you Democrats are going to piss me off enough that it's going to make me run. Okay. You all are out there talking about nothing. And then I see this crap right here. You're going to make me want to do it. You're going to piss me off enough to run for mayor of Orlando. That's the point. Tell you. You put the poll up?
Yeah, I can pull that up. Let's see. But still, nothing changing right now. There's still, let's see. Still showing.
Last report on 7-Eleven.
Still showing that, yep.
So, I mean, hopefully we're going to get this in the next 10 or 15 minutes, everybody. I mean, I expect this to come very soon. And we'll get a report. I'm checking over back with, some of the others like WFTV and what they're doing over there. Their team is great. Looking for what they're saying on their end, watching the live feed over there. Of course, we're over on Click Orlando watching that over there, back and forth. And we're watching, of course, everything that we're getting in real time where they are as well. So, yeah, very interesting right now. If you need 50% +1 to win outright, if not, we got the top two going off to the runoff in November. I'm going to tell you, everybody, you've got a TDT fight that's ahead of us right now. All right. That's going to be going down August the 25th. We're going to be seeing what the commissioners decide they want to do with all of that money. This person is going to inherit a lot of responsibility, a $9 billion budget, a county that is closing down schools, a county that is only surviving because people that are out of country, like basically foreign people that are coming here and relocating. Domestically, people are fleeing Orange County because the services suck, the schools aren't doing well, it's too expensive, and it's better ran in other counties that surround it. And yet here we are electing more politicians who are just career politicians here, Anthony. Absolute career politicians. Now, we don't know what's going to happen when today's votes come in. I've got to hope for a seismic shift. But as of right now, the top two that we have right now are your Tiffany Moore Russell and Stephanie Murphy. And if I had to take a wild guess between those two, Tiffany Moore Russell, you got a lot of money to make up. She's got a lot of money. Stephanie Murphy's got a lot of money. She's got it sitting there waiting for this runoff. And boy, it's going to be very difficult to beat her. She's got all that tourism money. All right. All that Disney money. Okay. If you're over there, I mean, let's just call it like it is. Anthony, let's just call it like it is right now. Some people over there with like the Visit Orlando world right now, they're happy. They're very happy. And they should be. And I want everyone to know, like on this show, I'm always going to call it like I do see it. Okay. And the people that we have been adamantly speaking out against because we have our opinions, they're having a good night tonight. They are. You got to call it like it is. And what I see right now is I see a city that has once again gone blue, which is not surprising. But we've got the people that the blue that they've elected, in my opinion, is well, that we can see is the worst of the worst. And again, this is my opinion. Everyone might say there are a lot of people obviously that disagree with me in Orange County, and that's okay. But when I look at this, I see an Orange County that is not going to change, Anthony. I see that we're going to get a lot of the same, and that is exactly what scares me right there. Going back, everybody, if you look back, it's just crazy to me. At the March survey that they did, we've got it right here. At that time, Murphy was polling at about 12.5%, more Russell at 8.1%, Messina at 6.1%, and Uribe at 3.4%. If you take a snapshot to where we're at now, it is completely different. So it just goes to show you how much good accuracy, how much good reporting was actually available at that time. Man. So we're going to it's going to take a little bit of time here, everybody. All right. We're going to probably be on around that 9 o'clock time. I want to be very clear. It could be a little bit of time before we get today's results in. We don't expect that it's going to be just right away, but what we are waiting for right now, just about 20 minutes away, are going to be the dump of the early votes, the mail-in votes, all of that stuff at the statewide stuff, all right? State results post at 8 p.m. Local results, 7 p.m., all right? That's what you need to be thinking about right now. So we've got about 18 minutes until we're going to get a lot of stuff coming from the state. That's going to be very interesting to me. I don't expect we're going to see stuff that is too much different than what you see in Orange County or in the middle of the state. I expect it to be a lot of the same, but I will be very interested to see the results here, Anthony, as I've said, for number 2 coming out of the race for governor. All you Fishback people, all my Renner people, everybody who's been saying a vote for them is the only number 2. Well, we're about to see here in the next couple of minutes if you were right. Either way, can't believe that Donalds is getting the votes that he is. Can we all agree, whether you're a Renner guy, a Fishback guy, or a Collins guy, can all of us just agree that any one of those 3 would have been better than Byron Donalds? Man, wouldn't it have been nice? Like, let's just, I guess we could wish right here. What do you got?
Nothing yet.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
I was saying that. Wouldn't it have been nice if they would have been able to get together, put their differences aside, and we would have had a Renner and Fishback and Collins ticket of some kind. It's about the only way that it would have been able to compete and beat a Byron Donalds. But right now, it's looking like he has a commanding lead right now in number 2, obviously, with Jay Collins. We're going to get those results, like I said, hopefully within the next hour or so. Maybe it's going to come around 9 o'clock is what I'm hoping for when it comes to the turnout from today. But on the surface, everybody, very surprising results at the mayor and obviously the clerk of court, too. Another big swing right there. Rick Singh, he was behind the 8 ball as well, and it looks like he is falling behind. But we do not have all of the votes in yet, everybody. We are going to be waiting to see what day of balloting is going to turn up. In a minute, though, in just about 20, we're going to get some of those state results that we've been waiting for. We're going to see exactly what's happening with the governor's race. After that, we're going to be looking for the U.S. Senate. As I said earlier, very interested to see that one right there. Attorney General and CFO. Those ones are coming right around the corner, 15 minutes away from that one, as polls will be closing in the central time zone up there in the Panhandle very shortly. They close at 7 p.m., but for those of you who don't know, the Panhandle does have a central time zone up there. So we have to be patient to wait to see what's going to happen with them. They'll do exactly what they did in Orange County. They're going to go ahead and release the early voting. They're going to release the mail-in ballots first, and then we'll get everything kind of trickling in as the night continues. So then we'll have a parallel things going on. You'll have the county and the local stuff. You have the state stuff coming in at the same time, and we'll be able to get a shape of what this thing actually looks like. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this thing changes and takes shape with early votes versus what everyone was voting for today. Very interesting. But as of right now, the way that it does look, Anthony, is the only shot we have of getting a candidate into that runoff is going to be Chris Messina. Chris has been a guest on this show. We love his ideas. I think that it would be an uphill battle to have a Republican in that runoff right there. I really do. Democrats would obviously galvanize around their candidate. And in a world where you have completely the blue wave, it is extremely difficult, everybody. So let's go back to the chat right there. Let me talk to Rich. What do we got? Orange County is dead. Yeah. Nick, what do we got from Nick? Let's see. What do we got? A lot of juice for now, but be realistic. I do not think you should run, but I think you're smart enough to find the best candidate. I appreciate that, bro. Listen, I think it's interesting, man. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Let's see here. What is Rich? Thanks, Rich. Rich, you're the man, bro. I appreciate it. Rich with the comment of the night. You're too normal. Hey, that's right, man. Well, hell with it, right? Thanks, D. I appreciate it. Anthony, you throw in your vote, whatever. No, Patrick, too many weirdos and libs in downtown Orlando. They won't like you. I feel that, bro. Rich is winning. Thank you, buddy. I guess that for me, guys, when I watch this, I think to myself, we've been fortunate on this show to reach millions of people in Florida. And we're trying to grow our live audience and do this in the most authentic way that we can. And Anthony, the reason we do it this way is because we want people to see who we actually really are. Like, it'd be so easy to film this right now and then put out an episode, right?
Oh, I got some breaking news. We got an update.
We got an update?
We got an update.
Give me the update.
Here we go.
Okay, so first of all, before we go down, everybody, we do have an update here, all right? We've got partial reporting from Election Day, partial reporting by mail-in vote, and early votes have been counted all the way. Anthony, let's take it down and check it out here, okay? No big surprises with Ashley Moody. We don't have any surprises there. Okay. Hold on. Interesting here. Tim Wilkins continues to poll in almost second. He's in third right now. Carrie Baker is number 2. I'm pulling for Tim Wilkins right there. Really enjoy the conversation with him. What do we got here? Jay Collins pulling a strong second. All right.
Byron Donalds went down a little bit because I think it was at 49, but now it's at 48. So came a little bit down.
Yeah. Jay's pulling a great campaign here. Okay. Fishback, give some credit where it's due. Fishback has pulled a little bit more ahead, showing himself as a clear number 3 right now in Orange County. Very interesting. Let's continue with this one. Nice job, Angie Nixon. Okay. Can I just let's give credit where it's freaking due. Angie Nixon is outspent, outgunned, outmanned, and she's freaking winning for Orange County. Nice job. She's from freaking Jacksonville, everybody. She's up there, okay? Good job, Angie. Now this makes me very interested. All right. Listen, she has been outspent 16-1 in this city or in this state. Don't like what she stands for. Not a fan, but I can also appreciate the fact that somebody is out there on the ground and hustling. And so congratulations to you, Angie Nixon. All right. That's got to surprise a lot of people. It's really got to. Go ahead and down on this one. See what District 11's got. Okay. No. Okay. It's Royal. Interesting. Okay. David Jolly, we shouldn't see any big surprises right there. We're looking at a Jolly Donalds, okay? Chief CFO, okay. That's no big surprise. Yep, just keep on going down through here, here. Here we go. Roberta Walton Johnson's continued to pull ahead here. I think she pulled ahead even a little bit more on this one right here. I think Rick Singh was pulling at about 30% before. Mm-hmm. Roberta Walton Johnson looks like she will be the next clerk of court. We will be keeping our eye on that. 248 out of 263 precincts reporting. Tamika, okay, interesting. All right. Let's go down. Let's keep it going down. All right.
County judges.
Yep, and here we go. All right. Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa. Big surprise. All right.
Messina get a second?
Chris Messina is in second place right now, beating Stephanie Murphy. Whoa. Congratulations to Chris Messina right now. Folks, we may have a Messina Murphy, or I'm sorry, a Messina Russell runoff here. This is razor tight.
Yeah.
I mean, folks, if we're going to go to a photo finish on this one, we're going.
Well, do you have that screenshot? I want to see what was it before?
Yeah, I got you.
That was
Let's see what I got. Whoa. Oh, I got it up right now. At 7:30, we had Chris Messina at 25%, Tiffany Moore Russell pulling at 31% or 31.5.
man.
What's he pulling at now, Chris?
27.59.
So he gained 2 percentage points here as we're reporting today's.
Stephanie Murphy's. Because that was Tiffany, right? That was at 31.
Tiffany Moore Russell was at 31.5, and Stephanie Murphy was at 29. Tiffany Moore Russell was at 31.5.
Yeah, Stephanie Murphy went down from 29 to 26.
Did Stephanie Murphy get a little cocky with all that money, thinking she was going to the runoff?
Ooh.
That's the question, huh?
Let me see a little details too. So we got, let's see. Oh, wow, look at that for election day for today. Messina's 18,665. And then Tiffany Moore Russell got 18,410. He's leading by just election day. So just from today.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a red state, right? So you would expect that there's going to be a bigger turnout for Republicans and conservatives at the polls, right?
Yeah.
So on election day, I would expect Chris Messina to do better. We're seeing what we want to see here. It's going to be razor tight.
Oh yeah,
it is between him and Murphy. It's going to be tight, but Messina has an opportunity here to be number 2. Here's my concern about that. I know I'm happy about it. I've said before, I believe he has the best ideas in the race. The issue is that now you're putting a R against a D inside of Orange County. And if you don't think that all of those others are going to galvanize around, then that's where it's so difficult to make up ground. And so I'm pulling for it. I want it. I want to see it happen, but I just worry that what's going to happen is there's not an opportunity. But let's talk a win. If you can take off one of those two off the board, you take a Tiffany Moore Russell or a Stephanie Murphy off of the board, that's a win, everybody. Okay? This is happening in real time right now. We're going to see. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom, Anthony. I'll be right back because by then we might even have all of the precincts reported. We'll be right back, everybody. Give me a sec here and I'll be right there. Dang. All right. All right. You refreshing on your end?
Yeah, nothing yet.
For those of you who are just joining us right now, what we're looking at here is we are over in Orange County. We're looking at the election results in real time, everyone. Getting some real time results here before we get everything back from the state here coming up. It was shortly after 8 o'clock. Polls close in about 4 minutes, 4 minutes or so.
Yep.
For the state of Florida. Again, that's because we do have people up there in the Panhandle and Central Time. And can we go back to the live stream over there? What do we got going on over there for the comments, Anthony?
Let's see.
Let's go back to go back to there. Yeah, I love talking to them. Let's see here. Man, I'm gonna try. Trying to hold everybody accountable. I mean, we could see it's tough, everybody. What you don't see, I appreciate it. Thanks, thanks, Jackie. I appreciate that. We're trying to. It's tough when you see this stuff like we are right now, where we are watching an election where Orange County is going to receive a lot of the same that it's been receiving. It's tough. It's tough on me to sit here and just commentate on it because I watch and I get pissed off. Just because I think we deserve better. I really do.
Let's see. About 2 minutes away from hopefully seeing more about the Florida one.
Going to be interesting. The race that I'm really interested in here, that I'm the most surprising to me thus far is the Angie Nixon race.
Yeah, let me pull that down again.
The Angie Nixon race to me is shocking. Okay. Like, I don't think everyone understands how much money is poured behind her opponent. I mean, 16-1. I mean, that guy was like $16 million. All right. And I don't care. I know that we're in blue stuff, but I mean, like, we're talking about the Democratic primary. All right. And Angie Nixon, although both of these people, both Vidman and Nixon, are people that I adamantly am against, she's outspent 16-1. Talk about a grassroots effort. And I got to give credit where I don't want to give it, but I am. The Democratic Party in Central Florida does a good job of getting out on the ground and galvanizing people to go out and vote. They do. You got to give credit to the like Frost and Escamani and that whole crew. They do a good job of doing it. And it's showing right here. And listen, I mean, yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like throughout the entire state. We don't know what it is. But I mean, when you look at what Angie Nixon is doing right there, I think that's pretty special. And I have to admit, I love that she has been such a grassroots effort. Now, do any of them have a chance of beating Moody? No. Okay. You don't. Either one of them. But I have to admit that when I saw this, I'm very surprised because of the amount of money that's been poured out behind or into Vindman. It just goes to show that if you don't have a personality, which, by the way, go watch a speech from this Vindman guy, everybody. You will be put to sleep faster than like NyQuil. All right. It is just boring to watch this guy. And then you have someone like Angie Nixon who steps in and she's like fun and exciting. And yeah, her ideas would ruin the state, but she's engaging. She's a politician. I can appreciate that. What are we doing over here? We closed. Polls have officially closed on that end.
Yes, it's still refreshing the page. Nothing.
And how are we looking over on Orlando?
Still nothing new. Just the last update was 7:47 p.m.
I mean, all we've got right there, go back to that page if you can, Anthony. I mean, look at this right here, everybody. I mean, basically what we have is 15 precincts left to report. That's it. If you look up there at the top, precincts reporting, 248 out of 263. All right. So we don't have much left. And I think we're about to get a shape of what this thing looks like as we go to a runoff in the state or in the county, at least for the mayoral race. But no matter what, we're about to get the results of everything else. Can we go back down to the school board?
Yeah.
We didn't really look at the school board one there between Gallo.
Let me go down. County mayor, commissioners. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, Gallo's got it.
Yeah.
When everyone thought this was going to be a close race, but what I'm taking away from this, Anthony, is the ability for the Democratic Party, the liberals and the left inside of Orange County to mobilize a vote is strong. And listen, I'm not a politician, right? I don't care. I mean, politics is not my thing, everybody. I'm a moron. All right, let's just call it what it is. I'm pretty much an idiot. Okay, so let's just fine. Everyone can say that. So I'm not a politician. I don't understand this stuff. But if I'm new to this and I'm the moron here, I was curious to see in my election first big one that I cared about, how well Democrats were able to galvanize people to come out and to vote. And what I saw here and what I'm seeing is that you have the ability for these people to still get people out to vote for it. And this is what I worry about with Chris Messina now. This turns into the Republicans versus Democrats in a completely blue area. And that's my concern right now. Not saying that I think that Chris is not the best candidate. I surely believe that he is. But it's going to be an uphill battle, man. It's going to be a very big uphill battle right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
Boy.
Man.
So we got right now. We're polling Stephanie Murphy against Chris Messina in this runoff right now, right?
Yeah. Let me go back up. Yeah, so far it's Chris Messina came in a strong second so far. But let's see. No new updates so far. And let's check.
If you just joined us, everybody, we're focused right now on the race for Orange County Mayor. I'm watching right now some live coverage going on currently over on WFTV 9. I'm just watching this one go down right now. It's happening right now, everybody. If you turn on any of your stations, local stations, you'll be able to catch it out as well. We are waiting to see the results, the final results as they come in here. Will we have a Tiffany Moore Russell and Chris Messina runoff, or will there be just a slight edge in these last few precincts to be able to put Stephanie Murphy over the edge in Orange County? We are going to find out very shortly. Again, without having a 50% plus one, we are going to have a runoff of the top two candidates going into November. That's what we're waiting to see right now. So if Stephanie Murphy loses this thing right now, huge upset. I mean, big win for Orlando, because frankly, it shows that, all the Disney money in the world can't actually buy the election. That's my opinion only. But Lord, if what we're getting is going to be Tiffany Moore Russell, Lord help us all. All right? Lord help us. I mean, that's the best way not to say it. Yeah. My God. We should be getting those final results any minute now. We're waiting on the last 15 precincts to come in here right now. 248 out of 263 have reported. Our poll shows, of course, everybody wants change in Orlando, but yet here we are. We've got a vote going perhaps for Tiffany Moore Russell. Do you want to talk about more of the same in Orange County? Literally the youngest person elected to a county commissioner seat. Literally. That's who we're talking about here. God almighty. Oh, my God. It's just tough, Anthony. I think it's tough for viewers out there. Like, normal people who watch this think to themselves, how does this stuff happen? But I want you to go back, Anthony, if you can. Go back to that mayoral race right now. I want you to look at the numbers, everybody. All right? Looking at the numbers, I want you to do this. These are not huge numbers, everyone. You're talking about the difference between somebody becoming a runoff and not running off between, I don't know, about 2,000 people in all of Orange County. That's what makes it to the runoff and what actually doesn't. These are not, we're talking 44,000, 51,000, 42,000, 23,000. These are not huge numbers here. The difference between winning and losing is a couple of events. It's a couple of people that you can convince who convince another couple of people. The turnout is always abysmal in these primaries. And it's really who can get the vote out on the ground. And Democrats always do a great job of that, from what I understand. And this is my first real time having the opportunity to see it firsthand, because I feel like this is the first time I've really cared enough, to be honest, to get involved with it at this level. But I worry, Anthony, about what this is going to be. I'm proud of Chris Messina if he's able to pull this off, and he does have the best ideas, in my opinion. But I think everybody knows going to be tough with that R behind the name.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty close race. So,
boy, I'm just thinking about the possibilities of, we had Orange County mayor, and then who would be Orlando mayor, and boy, that's scary to think about. Whew.
We got Susan on. She's like, don't like Murphy's campaign finance backers.
Me either. Listen, I'm with you on that one. I mean, I'm going to tell you, taking a lot of L's tonight, everybody, for me. And I say that because we got to be real, Anthony, right? We have to be honest. Like, when we get big wins, and we're going to get some, believe me, all right? We're going to get some wins. Got it. We take our wins. When we take L's, we take L's. We call it like we see it. There's some definite L's we've taken tonight. The mayoral race is an L. I wanted something different. I'm not getting it. Doesn't mean that we lost, but it sure as heck for me means that Orange County lost. I don't think this is a win for Orange County. I don't think we're going to get anything better with. Do my viewers truly believe that Tiffany Moore Russell is the person to take over a $9 billion budget? Come on, man. No. So that's what frustrates me. But the sliver, the margin of victory here is so small in local elections like this. Thousands of people. We're not talking millions or hundreds of thousands or even tens of thousands. We're talking a couple of thousand people in a large county. And now what we would have, if things stay like they are right now, is we would have a Chris Messina runoff against Tiffany Moore Russell. And while I know that I should be excited about that, I'm extremely worried, because what's going to happen is the Democrats are going to galvanize around a candidate. And then in an area that is a blue area of Florida, they're going to push for their candidate. It's going to be very difficult with someone with an R behind their name to actually step in and be able to make that difference.
Yeah, and the one thing that I'm a little concerned about is, well, with Messina too, from his debate that he had previously, I just really hope that he can work on it and get better as if he gets into that second place and needs.
Can you look it up real quick? Is there a debate after during the runoff?
This should be, right?
Can you do a quick? I'm watching this right here. I'd love to know that, everybody. Like, does Chris Messina get a chance to debate Tiffany Moore Russell if he wins? Or is that all over with now? Because that's what I would want to know. Do we at least have a chance to see those two go against one another? What do you think?
I don't know, honestly. This is the first time watching.
Well, let me see. Can we look it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Let's see.
You can look it up, or I can. You tell me. I just want to know: is there during a runoff? Are we going to get a debate? or is this going to be one of those deals where it's going to be, I don't know. We just have to basically they're not going to talk to each other again. We're not going to get that for another 2 months. It's just going to be back and forth between the two of them. See, the issue for me is that if Chris Messina is going to win this thing, let's just say you make me Chris Messina's campaign manager right now, okay? You got to take the gloves off.
Yeah.
You're the underdog like no other. Why don't you just swing for the fences? That would be my concern. You got to go swinging, man. Like, you're not going to pull people by just playing nice. And I like Chris Messina. He's a good guy and he's smart. But you've got to get in there and get into the mix of this thing. You got to throw some Hail Marys. You got to get your name in front of people. You got to stop playing nice. You got to get in there and mix it up. There is no way that you're going to be able to do that by sitting on the sidelines and talking about job works programs. You've got to get in there and you've got to attack because man, is it ever going to be difficult when you've got the R behind your name and you're a conservative in this area. Even with Florida being such a red state now, we are in a blue tidal wave of an area right here. And if he's going to be able to pull it off, it's going to be a very difficult thing.
Got your answer too, by the way. So yes, if it's Chris Messina and Tiffany Moore Russell, they'll go off and do another debate before we'll probably face each other around like November 3rd. Looks like.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So here's my thing. Hey, Chris, let's do some debate prep. Okay. Chris, if you are listening or someone who knows Chris Messina, contact us. Debate prep. We'll have you crushing her. All right. Come in here. We'll do a little debate prep with Chris, bro.
Yeah.
I'd love to, because he's got the ideas, man. Like if we're going to really drill this thing home, if you want to give it a shot, then what you got to do if you're Chris is you got to go after it, man. You got to sit up there on stage and you got to tell people straight up why the person sitting across from you, while Tiffany Moore Russell, is the worst thing that could happen to Orange County, because we're going to get nothing different than what we've gotten. In fact, we're going to get it good and hard and worse. Like, this is not a good thing, everyone. I mean, if you want a prosperous and progressive Orange County, and I mean progressive, not like it's in the let's say the legal term, like progressively this way. I'm talking about we actually get some progress in the county. This is not the thing that you wanted.
Yeah.
So I'm very worried about this. We're a little bit after 8:15 right now. Boy, come on, let's get those last 15 in. Let's go. Give me those last 15 precincts and let's get this thing done.
Yeah, if you see my keyboard right now, I keep refreshing that page.
Yeah, Anthony's just going back and forth, everybody. He wants to give you the most real-time you ever. That's why you're great, Anthony.
I feel like I feel like I'm gaming right now. Where
I know you're going back and forth, like F4 this, like shoot, man. You're going back and forth on this one.
Yeah, but nothing, man.
It's crazy, everybody. Now, again, I mean, the one that I'm going to keep talking about on tomorrow's show, and people are going to be like, what? You're going to talk about that? Yeah, Angie Nixon. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow's show, because right now, that one to me is like big. I wonder if Angie Nixon's on right now. Wonder if because she's good on live. She's like yes, she is. I'm watching Angie Nixon right now, everybody. She is live. Can we get a live feed from her Instagram? Can you look up Instagram and give me this live from Angie Nixon?
Yeah, if you select it to me, I can probably pull it up.
I can do that. I mean, because I got to give the woman credit. She's live right now, and don't blame her for doing so. Let me do that right now. I'm going to send you her Instagram. This is what I'm talking about with her. She actually is out there doing her thing. I'm going to do it through Slack, all right? I can't believe it.
Coming your way. She's excited, though.
She should be. Angie Nixon should be excited.
That's great.
Good for her. Got a watch party right now for Angie Nixon. I'm watching this one. Are you going to pull it up?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, she should be excited. I mean, I'm not a fan of her work, but boy, you got to appreciate a grassroots effort, man.
Okay, now I know we already did this chant, but it's really what this campaign's about, okay, y'all? So, show me what community looks. This is
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I mean, we're waiting to see more right now, but I mean, just initially what I see from Angie Nixon, I have to admit, I am like, good job.
Mhm.
Looks like we might be having some connection issues with that one right now.
Yeah, a bit. Yep. Yeah, I think it's my computer's going overloaded with all these.
No, mine is.
tabs.
It's not you. It's hers. I'm
I
watching
see.
as well. Looks like they're coming back. Very interesting.
Mhm.
Well, as we're waiting right now, everybody, we are looking at the state. We're looking at Orange County. Currently, we're waiting on everything to come down from the state of Florida. Polls closed just about 15 or so minutes ago, and we'll get some election results coming in shortly from the state of Florida. Anthony, you going over there and watching that one, I know.
Yeah, I'll put it up so you can see what I'm looking at right now. And if you see, literally just been the same page for an hour. It's taking forever.
Can you go back to that page? Can you go election day turnout on the left over there? Up. There we go. Let's do county reporting status. There we go. Now we're looking at it. $205,000 people right there. I mean, God, Hillsborough County. Wow. Tampa. Talk about just an immense amount of people over there.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Only Miami-Dade beats it. Palm Beach 201. Orlando. Where's Orange?
Right here.
Yeah, I mean, kind of right down the middle, right there.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, still nothing important on that one yet. No.
So as Anthony was just saying just a few minutes ago, we were just watching the watch party from Angie Nixon, who has a lot to be proud about this early in the night. And I have to admit, like, hey, gotta be surprised at what's happened right there, and looking forward to seeing how that one turns out for the rest of the night. But let me get out of this. As Anthony was pointing out, what we are looking at right now is we're looking at this Orange County mayoral race. I would expect that this is, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't gotten those last 15 precincts to come in yet. I think they're going to wait to report everything at one time, but we will have another debate between the top two candidates to lead what is a budget of $9 billion practically. And I think that, what I'm seeing right now is this is just a big win. If you're like on the ground for the Democrats, you just see the power that they have with galvanizing local elections in Central Florida. And I'm seeing this firsthand, and I have to say it's very impressive. I don't believe or want a lot of the people that these local, Democrats and leftists and liberals have wanted to see win. But it doesn't mean that I can't appreciate the fact that these people know how to win elections. Good for them. Doesn't mean I have to agree with them. But very interesting to see how this thing is all coming together. I can't wait to see the Republican race right now. We're going to know a lot when this thing comes out. I think that we're going to obviously see a Byron Donalds who is going to take a commanding lead right off the bat. I don't think there's anybody who believes otherwise. But I'm looking at who is that second place vote. And that's only because of what I'm seeing right here. Look at what we have here. Go back up if you can.
Oh, here, let me put this. Share screen.
You good? All the way to the top. All right. So when you look at this right here, we're looking at Orange County, everybody, right? And when I look at Orange County, you see, how would I put this? Orange County only, when you look at the numbers, it's really kind of representative of what we're probably going to see for the rest of the state. Now, if we're like in Miami-Dade, I would say probably it's going to be probably a little different, but I don't see that big of a difference happening at the governor's side.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see some swinging, huge swing here.
And Susan said too, she's like kind of very disappointed with the voter turnout, about 21% in Orange County.
I mean, I would have thought a great voter turnout would have been about 30%.
Yeah.
So why? I mean, I think it was the last time we had something close to that was what, 2018?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be like the last big runoff there where DeSantis became governor.
Yeah.
So that was the last big one right there. And then I think, 22 to 23%, I think is what basically everybody expected in this time. But if we would have gotten somewhere around like 25, 26%, that would have been high. Very low turnout, though, for this one. Not a lot of enthusiasm, I think. I think because everybody kind of thought you have your winners. I think everybody kind of thought that Byron Donalds was the guy. And it's those kind of tickets that pull in the people, right? It's the bigger tickets that are going to pull people out to go actually out to the ballot box and to vote. And what we saw here was we didn't have a lot of that big pool, but what you did have is some great pool on the ground for the likes of Angie Nixon. Can't wait to see how that one turns out.
Just kind of going back to Byron Donalds, I'm just shocked that he got as many votes as he did without a single debate.
Yeah, ain't that the damn truth, right? Byron Donalds went out there and got all those votes without doing one debate, everybody.
But hey, I mean, you're right. The campaign manager is probably like, you don't even need to do debate. There's no point.
Listen, if you were smart, I've said before, if I was his campaign manager, I would have done the exact same thing. I would have said, no way, right? Don't do a debate. Why would you have everything to lose? Excuse me, you have nothing to gain. So no way they would want to do that. And see, the reason I care so much, everybody, just so everyone's aware, like when you talk about Orange County mayor, not a lot of people realize Orange County mayor. Like, what exactly does that mean, right? It means the person that's going to look after TDT funds. It means the person that's going to look after a budget of $9 billion. We've got a big vote coming up next week. The 25th, 1 week from today, county commissioners are going to get together and they're going to see we're going to see if they listen to those recommendations from the TDT task force. Because everyone's been talking about things like it's a done deal, like it's already been signed. Well, just because the task force recommends something for those TDT funds, the hundreds of millions of dollars that are coming from the bed tax, doesn't mean that that's actually what is going to happen. The commissioners get an opportunity to vote on that come next week. And so they could listen to the recommendations, or they could just say, screw it, and do whatever they want to do. This is why local elections matter so much, and why I believe that right now Orange County has made a vast mistake in putting Tiffany Moore Russell at the front of the ticket. Now, we have an opportunity right now for Chris Messina to be number 2, but right now we haven't seen. We got those last 15 precincts, and it's too early to call because he's too close to Stephanie Murphy.
So I'm gonna put up the website right now.
Yeah, we got to change out.
And we are back and running again.
Well, let's go back to the Florida site.
Let's see if they got any. I'm looking at the right page, right? It's the homepage.
Yeah, so I think what you need to do is let's go do a Google search here for me.
Here. I'm gonna.
Yeah, do that. Throw that up there. Let's go back to our Orange County page and see what finally is going to be there. Because I'm very interested in that one, obviously. And then
The
see
Orange
what
County
you can
one?
find. Because I'm seeing the results come out. So let's make sure you're finding it on the right page over there, okay?
For Orange County or Florida?
So Florida, you're probably on the wrong. We probably have the wrong page for Florida.
Mhm.
So go ahead for the Florida. And are you sharing screen right now?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and turn off the share screen, and then
Oh.
behind the scenes, just go find it. And
Okay.
you'll be able to find it just fine. I've got everything that I need right here to be able to talk about Orange County, but I want to get some of those Florida results right now. Is what I want to get.
Is it? Hmm. Yeah, I see from NBC, which I guess I could probably share the website, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So where we at here? We're at NBC.
Yeah, here, let me
So
share that
you don't
screen.
have to share the screen with it.
No. Okay.
Just go back because I don't want to just see anything here.
I got you.
So let's talk about this one. You've got Byron Donalds, who obviously is going to be the clear favorite. Here we
Yeah.
go. Just stay right there for me. And then Jay Collins has come in number 2. I want to say this to Jay Collins. It's been honestly, it was a pleasure getting an opportunity to see you in this race. I'm going to be very interested to see what Jay does next. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, looking.
Can you look at that? Hold on. Wow. Go Hillsborough for me.
So Hills.
Up.
There you go.
So Donalds wins Hillsborough. Go to Orange.
Where
Down.
are you? No.
Up.
No.
When you're at,
Oh,
there we
it is.
go. Interesting. What about the Panhandle, or what about Jacksonville area, Duval? Yeah. Like for all my people who are like, oh, Fishback's number 2, the clear number 2. Yeah, you were wrong. Clearly. So if I'm going to say I'm wrong, you're clearly wrong. Everybody who thought Fishback was number 2.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
interesting. When you look at the Tallahassee area, it's a lot more Collins than it is.
Yeah, when you started going through that, I was like, wow, look at the number of like counties that went in Collins' favor, right?
Mhm.
I mean, just by number of counties. Collins, all in the Panhandle, all Collins.
Mhm.
Almost all Collins up there in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Let me check to see if there's any new updates.
If you can go back to that where you were before. So we're looking through here a bunch of different sites to where we can go. Let's go back there. We just don't want to share the screen on that one.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go up there to the top where it says today's primaries. Let's go there where it says Florida Senate. Wow. Holy crap. I can't believe it. Folks, I want to say this right now. That Angie Nixon has a lot to be proud of. All right. And while I disagree with hardly anything that she says, or hardly agree with anything that she says, and I disagree with a lot of it, she's a force to be reckoned with. She has got a, first of all, uphill battle beating Vindman when it comes to just money. I think he took it for granted.
Mhm.
She's going to win this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap. Now, okay, I want everyone to look at the difference right there between the number of votes, okay? But can we all agree on this? Don't underestimate Angie Nixon. Like, I underestimated this woman. I won't do it again on this show. Because she has run a good race and kicked his, And Alex Vindman, whew, your political career is over. You just got your ass handed to you. She has a lot to be proud of. She should take tonight as a victory lap for her. She showed herself now to be one heck of a force in the Democratic primary.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. And again, I'm not a fan. I think Moody's going to wipe the floor with her. All right. And I think she will in a red state. But don't underestimate Nixon now. And here's what I'm going to tell you about this woman. She's not afraid to be in front of the camera and to express what she believes. She is not afraid to make this a dirty race, and she will. And so if you sit back and you're moody right now, you're not happy. Because I'm going to tell you what Angie Nixon is. Angie Nixon is the kind of player, like if you played football or basketball, you played a sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's always that player who may not be as talented as what you are, but is that player on the team that when you have to practice against them every day, you're like, I got to go against this guy. Oh, God. Because they're tough. They always are given 100%. They never let you come up for breath. I was that guy. All right. Like I was never the most talented, but I worked harder than the guy in front of me. And if I had somebody that was more talented than me in front, like they knew, God, I got to go against Patrick again. He's always going to give 100%. And I knew I'd just wear you down. All right. And eventually I'd get mine because you just get worn down by the fact that I know you're more talented than what I am, but I'm going to keep on going at you. It's like you just keep on coming at them. And I got to admit, that's what I think about when I think about Angie Nixon, is that she is that type of person that for Moody, you are not happy you're going against this woman, because she is the type that is just going to come after you every day. And she's got such an ability, in my opinion. She's got a very engaging personality that she's an underdog, and not the underdog you want to go against in the state of Florida. Don't underestimate this woman. She has a lot to be proud of right now. And she just took out somebody who had like 16-1 worth of spending, like $16 million compared to her having under $1 million. And she took that son of a gun out convincingly. Moody better not sit back on her laurels right now and think that, oh, I'm just going to win based on the fact that I'm in a red state, because that woman is nothing to be messed with. She showed it right here. That will be the story so far that I am taking away from this, is that Angie Nixon understands the grassroots ground game and should not be slept on in the months to come. Again, I don't think she's going to win. I think you can see right there, we've got a very red state, obviously, in Florida. And I think that wall will hold. But what a unique win that she has shown right here. Angie Nixon, boy, if she doesn't win this, whoever she's going against next in some local election, woo, that'll be a job. Tell you what do you got here?
So I just pulled up West 2, not sharing the screen, but
94% reporting.
It's 94% reporting. For Tiffany Moore Russell being in first at the moment, Chris Messina coming in second, and then Stephanie Murphy in third, and Maya Uribe at fourth.
Yep. We have 94% reporting. Everybody, last update was 4 minutes ago. This is exactly what we're seeing as well. We don't have those last 15 precincts that have come in. But as of right now, Tiffany Moore Russell is sitting at number 1. It's very clear that Tiffany Moore Russell will go to the runoff right now. Will it be Chris Messina or Stephanie Murphy that will be going against Tiffany Moore Russell in this runoff? We don't know yet. But that's for sure what's going to happen. Let's take a look down here at the school board if we can. Let's see if we can call this one right now.
Let me go down.
Is it going to be Gallo? Convincingly?
Let's see. Yep, Gallo.
Well, I mean, Alicia did make a run for it back, with the same day voting, but yeah, convincingly Gallo right there for the school board.
Yeah.
And then what do we have for, can we go back there? Let's go back up here.
Do you want to look at district?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I really love to see District 11 if they got it.
Did we pass it? Oh. Nope.
If not, can we go back to the elections where you were before?
Yep.
We view all elections if you want to do that way. Top right, go up. View all elections right there.
I thought I clicked it.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're looking for 11.
Because it doesn't show it on here. But here, I'll go back to the other one.
Nah, what I'm not thinking of
No,
11.
no.
What am I thinking of? 7? Where am I at?
I thought it.
With Tim.
Yeah, hang on.
Gosh, get them all confused, folks. I mean, how many of these we've
I
freaking
know.
seen? Gosh, it's like so many.
Hang on.
Ah, Frank, damn it. There we go.
There you go.
Well, I mean, so this is going to be a winner take all, right? Deal. So, I mean, Strata is going to pull it off. I mean, the guy invested millions of dollars. I'd hope that he does. So, I mean, Tim put up one heck of a fight, though. I got to give him that. By the way, my eyes are watering because I've been looking at light over here for the last 2 hours, everybody. Yeah, my eyes are just killing me on this one. So let's go back to, let's not share the screen on it, but if we can go back to the results there from 2. Yeah, let's just, I'm looking at this right now. Roberta Walton Johnson will be our next clerk of court. I mean, I guess now we get to see for ourselves if what's going to happen there. Is she going to be able to actually get bonded? Is she going to be able to put her name to it? Yeah. And we're waiting still for that last 9. Oh, here we go. 99%.
Ooh.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Updated. We can pretty much call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can call it. We're going to have a Tiffany Moore Russell and Chris Messina runoff. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming at the beginning of the night. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, here's my thing.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Talk to me.
This one. The Orange County
Yep.
just released that one. So
Orange County, let's see it. So basically, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at the same thing they're looking over at West 2. This is where they're getting their information in real time. 262 out of 263 precincts are now reporting for Orange County. So we can call these races right now. 21% on the voter turnout is another low turnout for Orange County. Not surprising on that. If we would have seen anything above 23 to 24%, it would have been great. So we have a low voter turnout on this one right here. As we look down through this entire thing, no big surprise at the top. Ashley Moody has taken it. She's going to go against Angie Nixon. We already have talked about how surprising that one was. Ashley Moody, Angie Nixon. Boy, is that going to be a slugfest right there with 2 people. Tim Wilkins, I want to say congratulations on a fight. You put up one heck of a fight, Tim, against a lot of money. He's a good man. Go enjoy Mr. Olympia now. All right, brother. And look forward to seeing what you do in the future. You always have a home right here. I want to say thank you to Jay Collins. Although we did not get the result that we wanted tonight, I want to just say this. Jay, if you get a chance to watch, you've had my support because I think you're a great man, and I think you were the right person for the job. You earned my vote. For those people that voted for Byron Donalds, hey, he's going to be the Republican nominee. And in my opinion, he will be the next governor of Florida. I am not stupid enough to think that anybody else should be governor. Jolly does not need to be in there. Now it's time to put the differences away and to galvanize behind Byron Donalds. At the same time, all you people that told me, Fishback, it's all Fishback is number 2. You can shut them up now, all right? I've been telling you that it was Jay Collins as number 2, and he clearly was number 2, all right? Now, you may disagree with his points, but every one of you in the comment section that put out there, you have no idea what you're talking about. Fishback is the only number 2 that there is. You can go in and put, I'm sorry, right there in the comment section. right where you put those comments, because clearly you were wrong. And let me tell you what, Jay Collins pulled in a number of different counties in Florida. We looked up at the Panhandle. He pulled in a lot of counties.
Even in so this is right now just showing Orange County.
This is only showing orange.
But even all the other counties, it was always just Byron Donald, Jay Collins, and
it was never Fishback didn't win
Fishback wasn't
anything. Even Renner was pulling ahead of Fishback.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. Fishback didn't do himself anything by that accusation against Donalds.
Mhm.
And you want to talk about just baseless things to throw out there. When you do that, I lost all respect for you. And I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. You may have a difference with somebody. You may think that Jay Collins did this, or he didn't vote the way you wanted to on something. But let's call it what it is. James Fishback went on to a press conference and said that someone else trafficked individuals. That was his Hail Mary. Not policy, not talking about voting. That guy went for, you traffic people. That's not right. Listen, I can disagree with people on policy every single day. I can think that Stephanie Murphy is not the right choice for Orlando, or that Tiffany Moore Russell is not right for Orange County. I'm talking about Orange County, not Orlando. And I can say that because I do that based on policy. I'm not saying they're a bad person. When you do a low shot like that, Fishback, and you say that somebody is out there trafficking other individuals, you better have the proof to back it up immediately. And when you don't, you're a coward, period. I may agree with everything that Fishback stands for. I may agree with everything that he does, okay, everybody? Like, we may be completely aligned when it comes to the economy, completely aligned when it comes to laws and legislation. But I am not going to vote for a guy or support someone that makes baseless claims without having proof. Hard stop for me. And that's why, for me, I am so happy to see that Jay Collins pulled number 2 across the entire state and won a number of counties, because in my opinion, he did it with some class. He did it the right way. And what Fishback pulled towards the latter half of this thing is embarrassing. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, the only way that he recovers in my mind is if he stays with it. Is he going to drop it then tomorrow? If you care so deeply about the integrity of Florida, are you going to stay after this one since you have this whistleblower? I mean, wouldn't it now be the time when you'd want to go after it the most? Or is this just an election play and you're going to drop it? Because if you really believe that, and you really have the person, you really talk to attorneys who are pressing this, I want to see the proof, Fishback. That's how you gain my trust back. If I'm wrong on this, shoot, I'd be the first one to come out and be like, man, Anthony, Fishback knew something that we didn't. Yeah. But I think that everybody in the state saw what we saw, is that somebody took a Hail Mary and gave the guy some bad advice. And it was really bad advice.
I'll even say this too, if Fishback does have proof and it does happen to be that, I always say he earned my vote with that, because you know what, that's a crazy thing. But I don't see any proof at this point.
No.
It's the opposite happened.
The opposite. Yeah. And so here's the deal. If, at least for me, I kind of look at Fishback right now has to take one way or the other. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fishback could basically become what's her name? Who's the conservative commentator, the conspiracy theory woman right now? Angie. No. Oh God. Everyone's in the comments. Just tell me who it is. Who's the conspiracy theory? The black conservative commentator. Come on, talking about Charlie Kirk's murder all the time. Why am I blanking on this?
I have no idea.
Can you come on? Let's go to the chat. It'll tell us. Somebody will tell me I'm stupid right now. Who is it? Tell me who this is. Candace Owens. Thank you. Yeah. All right. God, I'm such a moron. So basically, right now, where I was going with this, what we're talking about, I was talking about. Fishback has a chance to do one of two ways. He can Candace Owens this thing, and just go all in on it, or he backs off and doesn't do it at all. I mean, he's only got one way at all. I mean, Candace Owens, whether you agree with her or not, at least what she's done is she goes all in on something. And when she does, I'll be damned, she's going to go in and she's right. Okay. And she's going to keep on going with it. And she'll just dig and dig and dig. If Fishback actually believes and has evidence that the future governor of Florida was trafficking individuals, then he needs to come out and stay on top of it. If not, I have lost all respect for him. And I don't understand. This is where people ask me, how could you vote for this guy? How could you support someone who makes an accusation like that and then has no proof for it, and when the election is over, just rides off into the sunset? What kind of morals or values would that tell you about that individual? Because I'm going to tell you what, Anthony, if I knew that somebody in my company was doing something like that illegally, not only would I fire that individual, of course I would have the law go after them. I want to just fire them and go, oh, they're doing harm to other people, they're trafficking, I'm just going to let them go. Of course not, because I have a moral compass. So what kind of moral compass does Fishback have now? You went and made all those accusations at somebody. You went and said the worst things you can say about another individual. Now what kind of character will you show? And for those people who support Fishback, what kind of character do you have? Are you going to hold this guy accountable? Do you care enough to do that? Or is it kind of like, okay, we know that's what he did for the election, so it's like, whatever. I guess you're allowed to just throw out accusations and just do whatever you want because there's no accountability. Because that's where we're at right now. That's exactly where we're at, Anthony. Yeah. But I'm really proud of, as we go down the list right there, very proud of the campaign that Jay Collins and his team put together. I want to say that it was a pleasure getting a chance to know you, Jay, getting a chance to know your campaign out there. I found you to be a class act individual. Again, on mother effort, like, oh, how me and Jay don't agree on everything. He surely doesn't agree with me on flock cameras. Okay. Like, the guy completely disagrees with me. Doesn't mean you can't look at a person and think they have a high moral character. He treated us very well when he came in here to talk to us. When I went to that event, him and his family were wonderful. I appreciate his service to this country. The man is, he's done more than what most people would dream of for the United States, and he should be held, his head should be held high. And I hold him in high regard. So congratulations, Jay, on a fight well fought. And I know it's not the end for you. And you'll always have a home here where you can come by. I'd love to talk to you, have a cigar or something. I know all this has been a lot for you. And just good job, buddy. Good job. You did it the right way. Okay. And I look forward to seeing what he's going to do in the future. Hopefully we'll be able to help him get to a victory in the near future. All right, Anthony. I really enjoyed getting a chance to meet him and his team. I think you would agree, right?
Yeah. Really
good people.
Really nice guy.
Really good people. Really nice people. Let's continue down as we look through this right now. This is a big one. Frank Coolidge. Listen, Frank, it's been a pleasure getting a chance to know you as well. I hope that this is not the end. We need insurance reform in the state of Florida. Frank was our best opportunity to get that. He just came up short. All right. So that's unfortunate on that one. Commissioner, ag commissioner, not a big surprise right there. These are things. And then the big one of the night that we're going to be talking about tomorrow is Angie Nixon. Don't agree with her on anything, but damn, for those of you who are just joining us, the biggest upset of the night is without a doubt Angie Nixon. Period. Hard stop. Anthony, if you could do a poll, could you do a Google search real quick?
Yeah.
Could you look up Kashi? Like, what would Google? What were the odds before tonight of Angie Nixon winning the Democratic primary? Let's see what Kalshi said. Can put in Kalshi at the end.
I don't know how to spell Kalshi. Is that
Kalshi? No, it'll be enough. Go down. There. No. I want to see what it was before. Earlier this morning. There we go. Go to X. Go to down. Yeah, right there. Wow. Look at that. Woo! This is coming from Tommy. Is that Vitor? Okay. Earlier this morning, Kalshi had Angie Nixon with as low as 5% chance of winning. Whoa. That would have been the bet to take on Kalshi.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. I would not have guessed. Who would have freaking thought, bro? Go back to that one. Let's go back out of that. Let's see if we can find the actual Kalshi.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can find it. Angie Nixon's chant, go back down, Newsweek. Now they're all talking about the actual election here.
Is this one?
Let's see that. Yeah, try that. That's Kelsey's, though. 5% chance is what they had her at. I mean, there we go. Top, very top one. Very top one.
This one?
Right there. When was that from? 1 p.m.?
Yeah, 1 p.m.
Okay. So it looks like 1 p.m. this afternoon. At 1 p.m. on election day, Vindman had a 92% chance, according to Kalshi, of winning this thing. Angie Nixon, 8%. Talk about being an underdog and just completely coming out of nowhere. I think this is what people are going to be talking about tomorrow. This is the story, in my opinion. Angie Nixon, grassroots effort, like her content is her with a cell phone. Yeah, it might be a little cheesy with some dancing like that. It may not be my style. And yeah, I disagree with you on everything. But man, Angie Nixon with the win, everybody. Woo! Kevin, what is Kevin saying over there?
All polls had Messina and Moore Russell finishing third and fourth, and they finished first and second. This is the biggest upset in my opinion, especially with how much money Murphy wrote.
Kevin with a very insightful point right there. I'm with you on this one, Kevin. Like especially with the money that Murphy wrote, you're absolutely like spot on, bro. Very surprising to see. Like that poll we got back in March, talk about the exact opposite. Kevin's probably looking at the same stuff that I am. The exact opposite. But everyone's like Candace Owens. I'm like, yeah, my bad about that one. But looking over at that, he's absolutely correct. Now we're looking at a Tiffany Moore Russell and Chris Messina deal. I really, Chris, please, can we just do some debate practice? Like, because you've got the best ideas.
Mhm.
You've got a likable personality. You have the business experience. We have to get you to get your ideas across clearly to Orange County voters. Do I believe that it's got – listen, anybody's got a puncher's chance, okay? I'm not saying that I don't realize what we are up against here, because now you're going to have all of these people that are going to galvanize around the Democrats. And we've seen this before. It's why Orange County, he's ran before and he's come in second before. This isn't the first time that Chris Messina has been in this position. So my advice to Chris Messina is to do something different. Don't just do the same thing over again. It's not going to be ideas that are going to win this race. If you're going to have a chance and you're going against Mike Tyson, you better get out there and throw some damn punches, okay? Because you got to throw you some Hail Marys and some don't do what a Fishback did. Don't go throwing out crap, all right, and just hoping that you're right. Don't go just taking a long shot like that, but you've got to take your punches. You've got to start chopping this tree down piece by piece. And yeah, you know what? It's going to be a hard one, and it's going to be a hard battle. And there's a lot of trees that you got to cut down, but you got to start now. You got to get out there. If you want to come on our show, let's start taking some shots here, because you're the only shot we got at something here happening right in Orange County. Tiffany Moore Russell will be a lot of the same and then some. If you want change, if you don't think things are going well in Orange County, wait till Tiffany Moore Russell gets in there. I mean, honestly, it ain't going to be good, everybody. I mean, talk about just more of a politician right there. We're coming up on the last 30 minutes of the show. Let's go back to those results if we can on the national level, please.
Look, nothing.
No, let's go back over there. You don't have to share the screen, but let's go back over to there. Let's look at that. And there we got everybody. That's the story of the night. So for the governor's race, we're going to have a Byron Donalds against Jolly. Everybody who was talking about James Fishback being number 2, you can write your apologies to me right in the comments section, everyone. That always the only number 2 that there is. And if you are a Fishback person and you've been so adamant about Fishback, let me talk to all of you very clearly. If you have, I'm very concerned. Are you going to hold him accountable to his accusations or not? Because Byron Donalds should. Let me tell you what, man. I don't know how the heck you don't hold this guy accountable to the terrible accusations that he made. And if you are a fishback person, I want to know from you, are you going to hold your candidate accountable to those outlandish, just outrageous accusations that the guy made? If you don't have the proof, you want to talk about slandering a person, that's as definitional as it can come. You better start showing the proof if you're fishback, or don't ever say, no one should ever come to me if you're a fishback person with some kind of moral compass unless you're willing to hold this candidate to what he did here. And I want to see if you're fishback. Listen, man, Anthony, I'm going to be looking at it, man. You know, we will follow. This is on my radar now. Let's see what kind of person fishback really is.
Yeah.
Is he a person that was just in it for the votes, just in it for the views, just in it because, whatever his personal reasons were, or does he genuinely care about a morality? Because you went out there and you made a huge accusation against somebody. You have shown no proof of it. And yet, what are you supposed to do? Just ride off into the sunset with everybody saying that you're a good guy? You're not. You're a coward. You are a coward if you come out and say that a man is trafficking other individuals, and then you come out with no proof and you just drop it after an election. What?
Yeah.
That's what you got to watch. And I'd be embarrassed. I'm going to tell you, I'd be embarrassed if I was a fishback fan and I watched this guy just ride off into the sunset after saying that he knows evidence that people are being trafficked by this individual. You should be. That would be embarrassing. And I'll tell you, if that was the other way around and I was looking at something like a Jay Collins making that kind of accusation, I'd be the first one raising my hand right now to go, that was messed up. He shouldn't have done that. Mm-hmm. And if you support someone like that, you need to take a step back and go, you know what? He had me until that point. And that's okay. Because sometimes politicians are going to disappoint us because they're humans and they're not perfect. But when I look at this right here, when I look at what Fishback did, what he did was wrong. You cannot make an accusation like that at somebody unless you have the proof. And now is the time where character will be shown, where Fishback has a chance, where there's no lights on him, where the race isn't going anymore. There's no political funding. There's no donors coming forward. All that stuff is gone now. Now what Fishback has is his character. Now we get to see your moral compass, James Fishback. You made big accusations. Are you going to continue after them, or are you going to stop and just go, you know what? It was a big deal to me 2 weeks ago, but now, whatever. It's not a big deal. What kind of person are you? What are you looking at over there, bro? I saw you going through that.
Yeah, I'm just going through each county and their results for Republican governor. And yeah, Fishback is he's nowhere in second place, even in any county. It's all either Donalds or Collins.
Yeah, I mean, so to recap what we're looking at here, governor race is going to be between Byron Donalds and David Jolly. No big surprises on that one right there. Surprise of the night is Angie Nixon taking out heavy favorite. What do we say? 95 to 5% on Kalshi at 1 p.m. I mean, this is Angie. I'm going to see if we can find it again. Do you have we can put up, wonder if she's live again. Can we put that up?
I can. It just kind of glitches out StreamYard, so I might not be able to.
I'm gonna watch if you can. Angie Nixon right now, it is about 9 o'clock at night. She's having herself a victory party with people talking. She's got a lot of people on live feed.
That's great.
Hey, and I'm going to be, what can I say? I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people here. If you're not watching, you can go over, if you're watching us live, Instagram right now, Angie Nixon is having this. And she has a lot to be proud of right now in running this grassroots campaign. She's great on, like right now, she steps up to the mic and takes the jacket off, and she's good at this. She's good. Mm-hmm. She's got fire. She's got some, and you know what? She's got some real, I don't know, she's got that aura about her. I got to give her credit.
Yeah.
She knows how to get a crowd riled up. She knows how to speak on a mic. Listen, Ashley Moody, you didn't want this. You wanted that boring-ass candidate. That's what you wanted if you're Ashley Moody. You could have sailed your way through. This woman is not going to let you sail all the way through. Moody will pull this thing off, but this is not the person you wanted to go against. I mean, it's just your typical far leftist crap where it's just everything for everybody. It's the perfect utopia and you get everything. Now, listen, that's not how the real world works. And now we get a lot of this from people on the left. They come in here and it's very easy to get a crowd riled up when what you're talking about is everything for everyone all the time and everyone wins. Who could ever be against that? And Medicare for all, healthcare for all, jobs for everybody gets this. And nobody ever wants to talk about how you're going to do it. So what do they say? We're going to tax the rich even more. Got to tax. It's like, let me tell you what, everybody, if you think someone like me as a small business owner is racking in the cash and that we're just sitting here going, oh, give us more, you're crazy.
I just looked it up too. And Angie Nixon had a budget of less than $1 million, like $975,000.
Less than $1 million for Angie Nixon. How much did her opponent here? How much did Vindman have?
Yeah, approximately like 16.3 million to 16.7 million.
I think in some ways, as I'm watching this, what comes to my mind, and tell me if you're watching, you maybe agree with me or maybe don't. But when I think about this, what I think about is, did Vindman fall into the same trap that Stephanie Murphy did, which is they got a little bit cocky with their money. And they thought, I'm going to need this money in the runoff. And I think Vindman got caught very flat-footed. And I think the same thing happened with Stephanie Murphy. That's another big upset of the night. But as I look at this Senate race right here, I think he was thinking, $16 million, I'm going to need that money to go against Moody. And he was thinking to himself, I'm going to be fine. I'll take this one. She's just loud. She's not going to have the grassroots enough. It's just people being loud on social media. And she went out there and proved them wrong. And so when I think about this and I look at this for her, let me listen to this speech. They better get ready. Well, yeah. That's what's scary. She's like, they ain't seen nothing yet. And that is the scary part of this woman, because let me tell you, she is very good at galvanizing a crowd. She's very good at getting people worked up. Her policies are absolutely terrible. And that's usually a recipe for a great politician. All right. And what happens in these cases is you get someone like this who promises the world to everybody. We're going to go to Washington. We're going to promise you all these things. And then it never happens. It never can happen like they say, because they don't tell you the truth. The truth is nothing comes for free, everybody. Everything has a cost. But it's very easy to step in front of a crowd if you're Angie Nixon and to put this out there, because what you got is a utopian world where everything is free, everybody has everything, and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, wouldn't we have that already? Don't we want that? Of course we do. Everybody wants everyone to have Medicare for all and health care for everybody. And I'm sure we could go ahead and have everybody, get up in the morning and, I don't know, have rainbows and Lucky Charms. But it's not going to happen that way, because that's not how the world works. You can't have free stuff for everyone. And it's so easy to stand in front of a crowd if you're her and be able to galvanize people around that idea. But eventually you have to define how you're going to pay for it. And that's what always is the problem with this stuff, is that it always sounds amazing. And then when you actually try to look at the nuts and bolts of it, it doesn't work. It's like a car that doesn't have an engine. You look at it and go, boy, I'd love to drive that car. But then you get into it and you go, oh, this thing doesn't work right. All right. And so you can't take it away from what the woman was able to accomplish. You can't. And I always on this show want to have an honest opinion about that. But when I look at this right now, I think that you've got to be, if you're Ashley Moody, you've got to be sitting there going, damn it. Because she's sitting there going, I got to deal with this loud person for the next couple of months. She's going to attack. She's going to be coming after me. Now she's going to have more money. It's just going to be nonstop. Ashley Moody has got to you better lace up because you're not getting that boring Alexander Vidman that you thought you were going to get. Man, I'll tell you, this is like somebody in the, like if you're going in a best of 7 series, and you sweep your people, right? Like, okay. And you're going to the finals. And then there's on the other side, you're thinking you're going to face somebody. And then all of a sudden there's a huge upset. And that team you got to face, you're like, oh man, like I got to go against them. Ugh. You're more talented, but they're scrappy and they're going to take their shots. Like that's who Angie Nixon is. She's going to take her shots and she's damn scrappy on the ground. And Ashley Moody is not going to enjoy the next 2.5 months. No. She'll pull it out. Don't get me wrong. She will, but she is not going to enjoy this race like she was going to with Vidman. I mean, Vidman was about as exciting as watching paint dry. I think that what you have here is a reflection of that. Congratulations, Angie Nixon. That will be what we talk about tomorrow. Do we have the Attorney General on this one? Do we have the Attorney General on the state level?
Let's check. No, that's Orange County.
There we go. Wow, everyone's talking about it. I mean, it is a story with her. It is definitely the story. Okay. There he goes. See, Attorney General James Uthmeyer will definitely be okay. So, what do we got here?
Looks like there's no votes yet.
Oh, that's right. It's uncontested on there. Okay, so my bad. It's going to be Uthmeyer against the Democrat. I got it now. My bad. I'm sorry about that one. So that's on me. So you got him going against. That'll be in the general election. That's on me. That's my fault. So it looks like right now, let's see what we got. CFO, we've already talked about that. Orange County, to kind of wrap this up, everybody, we've got another 20 minutes here with you. Orange County, we've already seen what happened there. We're going to have a runoff. Can we go to the comments section? What do we think about this one? And what's it? Eric's got it. Go back on that screen. Top bottom. What does Eric say?
Yeah, I'll put it up.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, I think you're right. I don't know why, if you're a fishback person, that you would say you're going to vote for Jolly. Listen, here's what Jolly will say a lot. I guess there is a correlation in some way. It's a fair point. Jolly will say whatever he needs to say to get elected. Okay. If it's good for him to be a Democrat, he'll be a Democrat. If it's good for him to be a Republican, he'll be a Republican. And in fairness, I think we saw some of the same traits within Fishback, right? So you could say there are some definite traits that are the same between the two of them. But if you are a conservative, if you're a Republican, then the answer is clear here. And Eric is right. What we need to do is you need to galvanize around a candidate that you may not like as much. All right? We all have to do it. There's never going to be a candidate probably in your lifetime that you're going to agree with everything that candidate believes in. And if there is, you need to go check yourself, all right? Because you're not being your own human being. Like Jay Collins, although I support Jay Collins in the race, we definitely have differences, clearly have differences in what we believe. But I look at a guy and I go, I thought he was the best man to lead Florida, and I continue to believe he was the best man to lead Florida. But does that mean that I'm now going to go over there and go behind James Jolly? No. It means I'm going to look at the options that we have, and I'm going to go, the best person now available is going to be Byron Donalds. Do I think he was a coward for not doing a debate? Yes. Has he hid behind an endorsement? Absolutely. Do I think this would have been a very close race if he would have gone ahead and debated Jay Collins? I really do. And I'm very disappointed that that didn't happen. And, not an or, it's always an and, everybody. And I can say that the best option right now is that everybody gets behind Byron Donalds. Let's bring up Francesco over there. Oh, agreed. But can we also agree, Francesco? I agreed. Like, listen, we're on the same page there. I thought it was a long shot, right? I mean, I'm sure you would say the same thing. Very big long shot on that one. But agreed. I'm with you. Everyone came to zone. Yeah, I know that. What do we got here? Almost landscape to a certain kind. Yeah, I mean, I can agree over there. Orlando Unseen, I agree with you on this one. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to disagree with anything there. I don't think that I agree with right there with Orlando Unseen. If you supported Fishback right here, you've got to think to yourself, like, am I going to hold my candidate accountable? Is it, you can move on, go vote wherever you want. But now is the time where you've got to look at yourself. If you were a Fishback supporter openly, what kind of character does that guy have? And it's okay to have the wool pulled over your eyes. It's okay to say, hey, you know what? I thought this guy was a different dude than what he was. But the fact of the matter is that a guy went out there, got himself his own press conference, went out there like Mark Zuckerberg style, just like a straight AI style, and accused somebody of trafficking other human beings and then walked off stage and hasn't answered to it. So somebody want to say something? I mean, if you're a Fishback supporter, does that matter to you? Does it matter to us as a public that a guy who was claiming to be the number 2 in line to be governor threw out a nasty, obscene accusation with absolutely no proof to it whatsoever? You can disagree with me on Jay Collins' ability or what he voted on, but I'm not going out there and saying, hey, you know what? I don't like a certain candidate, so let me just throw out whatever I want to say about them. For instance, I don't like Visit Orlando. Am I going out there saying they're doing illegal things? No. Because what we want to do is we want to keep it in the context of the job at hand. I believe Visit Orlando is not using money wisely. I believe they're not being held accountable. I believe those things. But I don't go out there and say that they're doing criminal stuff because I don't have any proof of that. But what you can say here is that Fishback made an accusation that something was happening that clearly, in my opinion, is not happening. And if it is, now is the time to show what kind of character you have. And if you're a Fishback supporter, now is the time where you can show what kind of character you have. Did you fall for it? And that's okay if you did. People like this are politicians. He made a lot of money. But in my opinion, that is where, for me, you draw the line when it comes to the support here. I am with you 100%. I can't remember that. Can we go back to the other page there? Man, great question. Bobby Bottles, Yankee. Good name. Great question. Who do I think has the better chance? I'm going to surprise you on this one. I think it's Angie Nixon, bro. I don't think that James Jolly is going to be able to galvanize enough. He's nothing new. You know what you're getting with that guy. We've seen him in politics for how long? People are just getting introduced to this Angie Nixon. That's special. That's such a great question, Bobby. Thank you. I agree with you. I just saw it. I agree. It's Angie Nixon. Me and you are on the same page on this one, brother. Because when I look at this, Anthony, it's the same old play. We got 15 minutes left, everybody. Throw some questions up there. We love to talk about what you're seeing right now. But I'm with Bobby on this one, that Angie Nixon is a surprise of the night. She may be the surprise anywhere, all right? She's definitely the surprise across the state of Florida right now. She's the darling of the Democratic Party today. If you're Angie Nixon waking up tomorrow, your phone is going to be blowing up with Democratic donors because you have an energy about you and people are going to want to talk to you. 2 days ago, nobody wanted to talk to Angie Nixon. Now, everybody wants to talk to Angie Nixon. She just pushed a grassroots effort. Yeah, Bobby, I listen, I'm with you, brother. Bobby Bottles, Yankee fan, I'm with you. Like, she's an outsider and she's got energy. And he's right. She is the biggest story coming out of the primary. She is what everybody will be talking about tomorrow. I'm watching her acceptance speech right now, and you cannot underestimate, or you cannot overestimate, over exaggerate. You cannot over exaggerate just how much of an upset Angie Nixon just laid down in the state of Florida. You can't. She was like literally out of it.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. I'm surprised.
Yeah, biggest. Yeah, I mean, huge win for her, and we're gonna see tomorrow. I bet she comes out of the gate swinging. In fact, here's a good analogy to make. All right, if you're Chris Messina, you should be following the Angie Nixon playbook.
Oh yeah.
If I would just go ahead, whatever you got to put in for AI, and just whatever Angie Nixon does, you do if you're Chris Messina, but you do it the other way, because you're going to need all the help. You're as big of an underdog, if not more, if you're Chris Messina, as what Angie Nixon is in the statewide race. That's it. You got to follow this playbook, and everybody should be looking. People should study this right here, because Angie Nixon just wiped the floor with somebody who had $16 million and she had less than $1 million.
Vidman coming back with or Bobby coming back with more stuff too, saying I think Ashley Moody thought it was going to be a cakewalk with Vidman. And
yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Moody is sitting there right now, and she's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
because she was thinking she'd do Vidman, like that was the devil she knew. Like she was like, "All right, this is going to be an easy one right here." Now she's got to go listen to Angie Nixon, and let me tell you what, that ain't going to be fun. No. Nah. You don't want to deal with Angie Nixon for the next couple of months. And you're right, Bobby. We looked at this one just about 30 minutes ago. We were looking at Kalshi, and it was like 95-5 at like 1 p.m. on this one.
Man, I should have put a lot of money on
Can you imagine if we would have put some money on Nixon like this afternoon? But we'd be rolling in it right now. I would absolutely love to have Angie Nixon on the show. I've wanted to have Angie Nixon on the show before. Hey, do your thing. I'd want to have Angie Nixon on the show before. I'll have her on the show now. I mean, it's some Starburst here, folks. I've been going at it for almost 3 hours here, and we already did a live show earlier today. So this is about 5 hours worth of live, plus my regular job. And I would love to. I will contact Angie Nixon's team. I know they're going to be busy. I'm not going to blow it up right now. Lord knows a woman deserves. Woman deserves a victory lap, I would say. She did some great stuff. I'm watching her speech right now, and she's proven why she's a winner. She is up there. The crowd is getting into it. You're watching her rile up the crowd. Who cares if the things she's talking about are completely absurd? She's a great politician. And in watching this right here, that's what you're seeing. Come on, Bobby. I don't think so. And so she loses me, brother, on the Medicaid, the health care for all, health care is a right stuff. That's when these Democrats and these liberals start to lose me. But I'm going to give you listen, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I, of course, will have her on the show. I'll have anybody on the show because we believe here in a discourse of ideas. Heck, I'd love to have Fishback on the show. I'd love to ask him some questions. He wants to still come on. I'd love to do it. Hey, Bobby, me and you are on the same page, bro. I'm with you on this one, man. I agree. We need that kind of energy in politics, and she brings it. I think she's 42 years old. Can you fact check me on that one, bro?
Let me check.
Angie Nixon. How old is Angie Nixon? Sorry, y'all. Just a little sugar in me.
Yeah, 42.
42?
Yep.
Well, sorry, y'all. I got to get a little sugar in me here. We got 10 more minutes here. First of all, Bobby, bro, you're crushing today. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. Just need a little sugar rush here. Having a little Starburst. Talking for
what,
3
like
hours.
10 hours, 11 hours?
We had 5 meetings today. I had 5 meetings today, plus a live show, plus 3 hours here, plus the research.
Yeah.
Plus the live show tomorrow. Plus we're on camera on Thursday. We're filming on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, my voice is a little bit shot right now. All right.
Gotta drink some what is it, like those olive oil?
I know, right? Okay. Bobby's got a good point. Like when we talk about like me and Anna Escamani, right? I want to be clear. There's not a lot I agree with Anna on, but here's how I work the show. I believe that when we have a guest in front of me, that guest deserves the respect of, and I need to come in there with an open mind. That doesn't mean I need to belittle them. It doesn't mean if I disagree, I need to argue with them. I need to ask a question that I hope other people would want to ask. That's how I approach an interview. When it's just me or me and Bobby talking or me and you, Anthony, and we're doing this show together, yes, it's an opinionated show, and I always will have my opinions. But if Angie Nixon wants to stand right here and sit in front of us, I'll do the exact same thing I did for Anna Escamani or for Chief Smith. We show them respect because although I disagree with them, you should have a good discourse with people that shows a level of respect for them. All right. Just because now, if I believe somebody's maliciously doing something, that's a different story. But just because our life experiences are different and that they believe to get to a better Orlando or a better Orange County, that you should take this path, doesn't make me right and them wrong. It just means I believe my way and my life experience shows me something different.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has the same. They see the same issue. They see the same problem that they're facing, but everyone just has a different direction and how they want to take it. And I just like the back and forth to see, like, we have our side, and then most of the time we meet in the middle. We're like, okay, I see your point, and then you see sometimes their point, and it's like, oh, let's be in the middle, compromise, and do something.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's how would I put this? People ask, like, what's the deal? A good deal, in my opinion, is where both people walk away feeling like they could have gotten a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. If I walk away from a deal and I'm like, I could have gotten a little more, but they also think I could have gotten a little, both people gave. When I sit in front of an individual like an Anna Escamani, just because I don't sit there on a topic and belabor it for an entire hour about why I disagree on her housing policies doesn't mean that I agree with her. What people have to understand is that we want to get through topics so that we get answers to questions instead of sitting there on one topic for an hour and a half while I go back and forth with somebody. We need to try to get answers to what they believe. And there are things that I disagree highly with Anna, but I also find her, I think she's coming at it from a perspective. She thinks what she's doing is right. Just like I think Angie Nixon does. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're coming at this from a malicious standpoint. It's just we have different life experiences, so we think different things will work. That's okay. Like, gosh, people, if I had one more person tell me, I can't believe you're supporting Jay Collins because of your stance on flock cameras. Patrick, you must, what's going on? How about those flock cameras? It's like, yes, I can look at a person and I can vote for somebody based on more than just one topic or one subject. Imagine that, right? And listen, Bobby, I saw your comment up there, bro. You're working your way. We get on by here, man, or something, all right? If we got to get money out of politics, we have to get Bobby on here, stop by and be a guest, man. Yeah. I like his comments. This guy's great. Thanks for watching the show, bro. We're trying to grow it, and we appreciate people like you that help. We want to recap the night, the last 5 minutes here. If you just joined us, last 5 minutes, maybe you're going to bed. Me and Anthony have been here for 3 hours now, covering this local election.
We got what is it? The final results from.
We good?
Looks like it. Precinct 263.
Okay, so it's 99. We had 90 because we do some mail-in ballots and stuff. So let's just go through just real quick as a recap, everybody. We were watching some races, the most important of which that we were watching was the Orange County mayoral race, and that one threw a wrench in everybody. You're going to have a runoff now between Tiffany Moore Russell and Chris Messina. So we've got the conservative against the Democrat in a runoff right now. Tiffany Moore Russell, she's been around the county for a long time, youngest ever commissioner elected back in 2006. Chris Messina, he is a conservative. Listen, he is the guy right now. We're going to see a debate between these two, and I hope that Chris Messina will take my advice and come out swinging. Chris, go watch Angie Nixon if you need a playbook about how to make this happen. She has definitely got it down, and I'll be very interested to see this one. Clerk of Court is going over to Roberta Walton Johnson. I'm sorry to see, but Rick Singh is not going to be the next clerk of court. Congratulations, Roberta Walton Johnson. Although we disagree with her being elected at this show, yeah, she is the next person. That is what that is what Orange County has voted for. Angie Gallo will be your next Orange County School Board chair. This again shows the power of Democrats to be able to get out on the grassroots and ground level. Defeating Alicia Ferrant. I can never pronounce her name, Ferrant. And this one, in my opinion, was surprisingly not close, everybody. So that one was not close right there. We've got the governor will be Jolly against Byron Donalds. No big surprises there at all. And then we've got the biggest surprise of the night that we were just going over. Angie Nixon defeating Alexander Vindman. She will take on Ashley Moody for the U.S. Senate seat. That one is sure to have some fireworks in it. That's what you have, everybody. That is 3 hours right there for you. We tried our best to try to give you as much entertainment as we could. We appreciate everybody joining us. Anthony and I, we'll be back at it tomorrow. I'm going to go give my mouth a rest right here. And hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We can't tell you how much me and Anthony it means to us. We're not pros at this, okay? We're trying to learn with you as we go, but I hope you can show us that, hey, we're trying. Hats, if you're waiting on them, Anthony put a big order in today, or a big order. He put a big shipment in today, so you'll be getting those shortly. We went with UPS, so you get them overnight, like in the next day or two, right? Yeah. So you're going to get those right away. And we've ordered more. We appreciate the support. Thank you all so much. If you want to know how you can support the show, it can go as little as $2.99 a month. ThePatrickCarrShow.com. Again, ThePatrickCarrShow.com. As little as $2.99 a month. You can chat it up with me and Anthony. We'd love to be able to talk to you over there. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll have so much reaction tomorrow here on the Patrick Carr Show. Have a great evening, everybody.